Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Ironkeep Chronicles. I am your host and dungeon master, Mr. Tom Wammel. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. It's our weekly Dungeons & Dragons game. We are on the penultimate episode of the Ironkeep Chronicles. We're in the hunt for the sixth piece of the Rod of Seven Parts. Will we find it? What if we don't? Is the more important question.
That's on you.
That would be hilarious. This whole thing is for naught.
Well, we didn't get it, guys. Oh, well. Hey, everyone. Let's give a big, warm welcome to Mr. Eric Reichert, everyone.
Hello, everybody. I am playing Alton Newberry, the half-elven fighter and top boy.
Did you learn anything about Alton last session?
I learned that he's now better than everyone else.
Ooh, oh, that's right. Yeah.
Do I roll for my hit die now?
Yeah, well, we'll do that in a moment, yes. A big shout out to everyone in our chat last week who raised over $1,400 for Rain. It was a very special charity. It was a very special charity episode last week, and we really appreciate all of your support. It really means a whole lot to everyone here, as we said last week, but it bears repeating, and as a result, we unlocked the Deck of Many Things, and Eric leveled up as a result of one of his draws. Chat gave the party some mulligans, so he managed to dodge the horrible fate. I think that was twice bestowed upon you, right? You got one bad draw for sure.
No, I only drawed twice.
It was Kyle that kept drawing bad.
Yeah, the first one was I was going to be locked in a dark shadow prison, and they couldn't
in an alternate
universe where they couldn't find me.
Would have been great.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. But you dodged that one, and instead you leveled up. Garbage. I'm the dungeon master. I expect punishment to be meted out. We'll see if it happens tonight. Who's gonna get punished first? Probably Havana Mahoney, who's stealing my fries.
Havana Mahoney.
What?
That's what you called me.
Did I?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Also, I didn't steal these. You handed them to me.
Don't tell them that. You're shattering the facade I have as a hard-edged GM who takes no prisoners and.
You're shattering the facade I have of a not stealer. Sir.
All right, fair enough. You're not a fry thief.
And I take, but I certainly don't steal. But yeah, I play Strumthrum, a Kinku bard with a want for adventure and discovery, and a touch of darkness in her soul.
Turn off your phone, Dom.
What did you get from the Deck of Many Things last week?
I got, I don't remember what it was called. Sexy face.
Oh, that's right.
I got the charisma.
You get +2 to charisma.
Which I forgot to add to my character sheet.
Yay!
But we won't have had time to attune it. Is that correct?
No. What are you talking about? Deck of Many Things is like that.
Oh, well.
Yeah, that just happened.
I forgot to update my character sheet.
Oh, also, I got a fancy fan.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
You get the Great Wind Fan or whatever it was, a magical wind fan. Yes.
Yeah.
I should have accounted for that this week. There may still be time to incorporate that somehow. All right.
Eric's going to incorporate it, I believe.
Very good, very good. Christina Ariel is here. Woo woo. You got everything out of the deck.
Can you reset her and I gotta do mine?
Oh, hi, I am Christina Ariel. It is nice to see you on Saving Throw Show. I am regardless, you're going to have so much fun. I'm really excited about this, you guys. We're going to talk about so many things, and I don't really remember what I got out of the Deck of Many Things because my memory is SHIT. But I did level up, though.
Yeah, you leveled up, and then you got a bunch of gems.
You got a wish.
Oh, I saved the day.
And
You're
then wished
welcome.
For gems.
I saved the day because everyone was going to die, but I made it so they didn't, so who's really the best boy? But anyway.
Top boy. Come on.
You can be best boy, and he can be top boy.
Okay, yeah, there we go.
Well, I'm a tiger, so I don't want to be a boy anyway. But yeah, I got that, and then I got
something else. What did you get?
I don't know, Dungeon Master. What did I get?
You got a card that let you draw more cards, and so you were like, yes, I will draw more cards. And then I think you drew Ruin, which meant you got rid of all of your wealth. but you're a
It didn't
tiger,
matter.
so nobody cares. So that's pretty cool. Unfortunately, the gems had already been taken away from you when you drew that.
That would've
And
been a
then
bummer.
you got the second bad draw out of that
Right.
thing. And I think it was the void. Yes, it was in fact the void. No, you got the void.
I got the void.
You got the void.
It was like the moon.
You got the dungeon or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You leveled up
it
as
wasn't
well.
Good.
I did.
You leveled up, but you also. No, it was Kyle who did the second bad draw, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was
Yeah.
just
and
me.
he was okay with it. Somebody drew an enemy.
Yeah, that
Right.
He drew a hostile enemy, and then he drew something else. So.
But a wish can change it, and I have a wish.
It's true.
But Kyle's not here, so I don't
That's
feel beholden
true.
to
That's
do
right.
that.
Mr. Kyle Caps is feeling a little under the weather tonight. He is watching from home this evening. So,
Is he?
hello, Kyle. You just
Kyle.
subbed up.
He's
So
better.
yes, he better have sent me
Oh,
the reroll. Well, as a matter of fact, he did.
Good
So
thing I just shit posted him.
all the way from the other side of Twitch, which wasn't far away, you just walk over to her channel. It's Nega Oryx.
yeah.
Hi. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Have you played much Dungeons and Dragons or 5th edition or anything like that?
Yes.
Yes?
When I did play D&D regularly, I always played 5e.
Okay.
I love it.
Mhm,
It's been a little while,
All right. That's
but
fine.
I'm excited.
I think everything you need is on your character sheet. It should be straightforward. And we're going to meet your character here shortly. Hey, home. Well, before I get too far down the road, let me remind everyone, number one, tweet about the show. I forgot to, so somebody please
I also
take
did.
over for
I am
me.
doing it right now, which is
Yes.
why I am looking down awkwardly.
Our hero, Christina.
Are you hosting?
I did host.
Okay, all right, very good.
It didn't show up though. So.
So yes, whatever social media channels you prefer, please indulge in that. Also, if you would like to help influence and or alter the outcome of tonight's events, if you do !unlock or !subs, you can see all the various things that we have available in our ladder of joy to SF Giants 49ers, kicking things off here with the donation. So all the things that we have available to influence tonight's events is going to be, look, we're pushing to the end of the season here. It's not going to get easier. And last week, it was pretty brutal. So, you were inside the mouth of a giant world snake. What's the big deal?
I thought it was kind of cozy.
Worked out fine for us.
Right.
No
So
wind in there.
who would like to
I can
give
make some.
a quick recap of last week's events? Who's obviously, you encountered the deck of many things. That was one part of it. What else do you think is worth sharing?
Kyle usually does this.
He does. He does.
I don't think I took any notes.
With illustrations.
Yeah, with pictures and everything.
I don't think I took
We were
any
fighting
notes.
these big old ships. And we
Basically,
had to,
we are in the primordium, which is what's left of the entirety of the multiverse of D&D
Mhm.
after it exploded. Trying to put the rod back together. We had a couple of the pieces. We stole one from an undead dragon who didn't like that.
No.
So he sent a bunch of goatmen pirates after us.
Yeah, that was out here somewhere.
We had a cool goatman pirate ship battle.
One who's my boyfriend, but he died.
Yeah. we did okay, and then the world snake ate us.
Yeah.
I mean, did he eat us or did he just inhale
He
too
clamped.
fast?
Yeah, he clamped his jaws down upon you. I don't.
Wasn't malicious.
Yeah, he ate the bigger ship first. I guess is the best way to think of it.
And then we found a piece of the rod, and
So you found a piece of the rod, but your ship was out of fuel. Your ship runs on gems, and you needed to somehow power the ship up so that you could escape the jaws of the world serpent before it swallowed you, and you'd be,
so we used the deck of many MacGuffins to create gems.
The deck of much punishment. Let me tell you, I went back and watched chat, and chat was like, "Stop! Just stop! Don't draw any. Why are you drawing?"
Also, Christina was like
And
that.
everybody was like, "I'm going to draw some more."
Oh, so you mean I was right?
You were right.
I think actually it worked out, but that doesn't mean you were wrong.
Can I say the thing? Can I say the thing?
Say it.
Spare the rod, destroy the primordium.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
I like
if
it.
not this week, next week.
Why can't you get me like this, Vanna?
I just don't have a mind for puns, and that's not your fault. That's my parents' fault.
So you are now in search of the 6th piece of the rod of 7 parts. you spun up your map of the Primordium. I do want to, I don't know, do we have the map view up, Dom? Is that something that there is?
Yes.
So campaign coins, I don't know if you know, but they make this cool Devon Rue designed compass rose. So that's cool. I don't know where to put this stuff. That's cool. But they, I talked to Mark Morrison, who was one of the owners of Campaign Coins, and he said, what's something else that could go with this? And so they made a set of map weights. I want to pull those in a little bit closer. So there's 4 different designs that Devon Rue did, and then Campaign Coins turned them into these cool map weights.
Cool,
so
yeah.
and I have to tell you, like I used a lot of gaming paper, and that stuff always curls up and rolls up and curls up and rolls up. And as I was putting the maps together for tonight, guess what I used? These fancy map weights. Shilling for the man! They sent them over. You can get them on their site at Campaign Coins, or you can go over to Devon Rue's site and pick them up there too. So we're going to be using those this evening. Thank you very much.
Vanna was judging you so hard right then.
Well, I was just thinking about how Tom does not know what a sponsorship is.
Oh, I'm sorry. We've been sponsored. What else did they send us? They sent us...
I'm worried about you.
Yeah, I'm worried about me too. They sent us a bunch of their new Epic D20 coins too. So,
those are cute.
yeah, these are the same ones that we've been using previously for Hero's
They look
Favor.
like a different color though.
But
Kyle, stop.
Nice.
Stop.
Aw.
He's paying for the guilt.
I should have told Kyle what I have in store, and he'd be like, oh, juice it. All right.
Is there like a Badger dies tier?
Oh, I don't know.
Badger
There can
perishes.
be. I think we can add that in.
Oh no.
Badger
not
finally
okay
gets the
with
respect.
At
he
the
deserves.
$100 level, Badger dies. At the $200 level, Badger dies a noble death.
That's the ignoble death.
At
the 100.
$300, he just gets food poisoning.
By his own hand, though.
Oh.
Yeah,
Hoisted by his own petard.
All right.
So fun to say.
These are very cool. I'm looking forward to using all of this
They
stuff.
look
They're
beautiful.
super hefty. Yeah, here. Do you want...
Hefty.
You guys have
that
seen
from?
them, but I don't know, Nega, if you want to check them out. They we've got some other campaign coins there that are a little bit
They
little
look.
bit lighter,
They
but-
So
do look
pretty.
heavier than these ones.
Yeah, they definitely
That's
are.
gonna be so much more fun to throw at Tom.
Have you been doing that?
Yeah, I try to throw them back into the
Oh,
tin.
right. I was
Horribly.
picturing you aiming at his face.
Well, he does have that glass eye now.
That's true. All right. So, anything else? Did I miss anything from the? Thank you, everyone.
Are they all donating for Badger's death?
Well, there's
Stop!
Kyle's in chat. Come on, guys, we can make this happen.
we've got a special guest in chat, or a special guest at the table. I thought I would add some special things to the donation ladder. So we'll see what happens.
Oh, we might make you GM something. Be careful.
I would not do that to you unless we had prearranged that it was okay.
So
You have never
maybe-
checked with me if it was okay before.
I said I would not do that to you.
Wow. Wow.
To me.
Wow.
All right, very good. Let's take care of some of our things. I'm going to have to open stream communication here again because it's
Is it
not
Star
quite
Trek now?
refreshing. I have my little. That's right. I have my tricorder here.
Open communication. Captain.
So we've got a number of rerolls from the people who have subbed up or resubbed or gifted a sub. Christian Linky sends a reroll to Christina.
What?
That is yours. Very, very
You
good.
like me. You really like me.
Artful Badger sends Nega a reroll. Very good.
Yeah.
Kyle Caps, the guilt weighing heavily upon his brow, has sent a reroll to each party member. Hey,
Aww.
that's one for everyone. Am I
Share
in
what
the
you're
party,
drawing.
Dom? I'm in the party, right? I'm part of the party.
You've never been invited to the party.
Wow.
To party. We
There's a lot going
like
on.
to party. Witless Me sends a reroll to me. Thank you very much. Somebody knows
Well, that was witless.
who's
of
going to
you.
use them appropriately.
I'm
This is
excited.
fun.
And RSV Rarevos sends a reroll to me.
No.
Oh, that's two.
Happy reroll.
Two in the bunker. Oh boy. My birthday's a long way off.
It's a happy reroll.
Everybody gets inspiration. Oh, I'm sorry. See, you
My
don't.
head is so big it never stays up.
You don't have to use this one. This is the little statuette that we have for Kyle's character.
Oh, I love
it is
it.
no reflection upon your character whatsoever.
Oh, let's not lie to me.
Our baby.
Yes. So your griffin grew up last session. Also,
Why do I keep forgetting our child's name? I'm a horrible parent.
Polenta.
Polenta Carlisle.
so
The third.
also
Oh,
thanks
you've got
to
a
chat
precious
last
baby
week,
boy too now.
I can't tell if he's my son, my husband, or my brother.
Sounds about right.
your shield guardian showed up
We'll go with that, Shield Guardian.
to thanks to the magic of chat.
I'm okay with this.
It's so cute. And upright, I'd say.
This is the only way it'll stay up.
Right.
With that big ass head.
With the assist.
All right. Also, I get 4 chaos dice that I can use to
Boo.
You made
influence
that
the party's
Yeah.
rolls. Thank
He
you
made
very
all
much.
of this up.
up. No, it's true.
It's true. Well, yes. All right. So that is where we're at for unlocks. Thank you so much, everyone who's contributed so far
He's
or
much cuter when you can't see his face.
tweeted about the show.
Same for me.
I think you're.
Oh, he's hiding up there?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. He's nesting.
It's an inspiration hut.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
It
now
sounds like
is.
something you'd pay $500 to sit in for 20 minutes.
Inspiration.
and, like,
In Beverly
sweat.
Hills.
Yeah. At Firefest.
Well, somebody
It
plays a
centers
drum.
you.
Yeah.
It's like it's Beverly Hills adjacent. It's like Culver City. Just
Oh,
yeah.
don't talk about Culver.
It's
Sad.
LA jokes. LA jokes.
Everyone's like, I like the ice cream. I love ice cream. Why do they like ice cream?
All right. So your esteemed captain, why is his name completely gone out of my head right now?
It's
Harbinger of hate.
Yeah.
it's,
That's not it.
I've been drinking.
It's not.
You've
who,
had 3 sips
who
of
gives
beer.
who gives the Marcus?
Marcus.
Marcus. What's Marcus's last name?
It's Cooper.
No. All right. Anyway, so
Marcus
so bad at this.
Cooper.
so
Where's Kyle?
Marcus points the ship at the Worm's Cradle, which is the next destination, as indicated by your divining with the Rod of 7 Parts, where the next piece is. Dad Beck sends a reroll to Havana Mahoney.
Stop. Thank you.
There's another one. And off you jet through the Primordium. As the ship approaches this particular area, you can see that it is essentially a huge fragment of what looks like a very verdant green swamp, right? And then kind of smashed on top of it, rising up kind of through cracks and fractures in the rock and soil, is this kind of small range of mountains, and there's one particular mountain on top that is built up to a major peak. What you realize as you get closer is you can tell that, you know, there's a lake and there's river flowing and whatnot, and there's water that trails over the edge of this chunk of essentially just floating kind of swamp or whatever. But as you get closer, you realize that, first of all, there's smoke, you know, attached, just curling around the top of this peak up here. But also all of this water that's trailing over the edge, it's flowing backwards, right? So instead of what you might normally assume is that the water is dripping off the edge and flowing down into the burning core of chaos fire that's at the center of the Primordium, instead, it's actually the water is coming up out of the chaos fire and then flowing backwards. It flows into the lake. It flows up to this mountain. And as you look at the smoke from the mountain, what you realize is that the smoke is actually curling into the mountain, right? And as Marcus kind of brings the ship around for a closer pass, and you realize that this is some sort of volcano, but it appears to be erupting in reverse, right? All of the plumes of ash and sulfur that are spewing out of the cone of this thing isn't actually spewing out, it's spewing in. And likewise, all of the various kind of indicators that you would have of movement here in the worm's cradle are also flowing backwards. So the rivers flow into the lake flows up into this waterfall, the waterfall flows backwards, and then trickles up the mountain, up into a spring in the side of the peak here.
Oh, look, none of this looks ominous.
And Marcus is like, yeah, this is why nobody comes here, is because time... Remember I said time is variable in the Primordium? Well, this place especially, time flows backwards. And so unless you're protected by one of the keys, you start getting younger and younger and younger, which sounds great until you're too young to do anything. You're not physically capable of doing anything that you want to try and accomplish.
I don't know. I was very physically capable at a young age.
Were you very physically capable when you were 4? How about when you were 2?
I mean, I was gifted.
I was a very strong egg. Very powerful.
I'm like a tiger, so I've always been somewhat threatening and super powerful.
At one point, your paws were bigger than your head.
I tried.
All right. And so as you look down over the swamp here, you see that there may be kind of like saplings and things of that nature, but there aren't any full-grown trees. And you don't see any wildlife per se. Typically you would kind of fly by and you might see, especially because the foliage is so low, you might see like deer chomping through the swamp or a flock of birds flying, something like that. You do not see anything like that. There you go. So, Hoog says, looks like there's something over there. And he spots up on the side of the mountain or the volcano, I don't know how you want to describe it. He spots like a small stone hut. And he's like, if there's anybody here, probably want to talk to him.
Well, okay, that's fine with me.
I didn't think anybody could live in this kind of place. But maybe nobody's there.
I mean, yeah, no place we've been in the Primordium has been safe, so maybe having a guide wouldn't be the most terrible thing we've done.
Maybe they're immune to the time warp.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it could be another one of the key hunters. That's possible. Oh.
Just do it, Christina. Sing the time warp.
Let's do the time warp again. It's just a jump to the left and then a step to the right. Put your hand on the I'm done. I promise it's out of my system.
It has to be short, otherwise we get kicked off of Twitch.
We get 6 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Fair.
Worth it.
Fair use.
All right. So you come kind of steering down out of the kind of around the plume of awful noxious smoke and ash and land on the side of this hill. One of the three of you give me a perception checks, please.
Ooh, baby.
Also, while we're doing that, D20 Monkey gives a reroll to Havana Mahoney.
Stop, T20 Monkey. My goodness, thank you.
And Teenage Dirtbag sends a reroll to Negahori.
Thank you.
Yeah, Teenage Dirtbag. He's from Chicago. Also, each player receives 2 chaos dice, which they can use to help or hurt
Is that an 18 or a 16?
the DM's rolls.
Perception.
Perception, please.
Thank you.
I rolled a 10, but I got a 19.
I have a 19 as well.
I have a 19 as well.
It's
Really?
Did you all 3 of you get 19?
I rolled a 16, but I'm +3.
It's called being.
Can I have inspiration?
I would also like inspiration.
Where are your characters?
It's right there. It's right there.
Right there. He's taking Wesley's taking us straight at now.
You have your inspiration. It's right here.
I just meant like, can I be inspired for once in my life?
Okay, so let's see.
I feel like you're
Picture.
about to harass me so hard.
All right. So the 3 of you, as you kind of like come cruising into this particular portion of the volcano, you all get just kind of this very unsettling feeling of like deja vu. There's something familiar as you look down at the swamp, as you look around at the mountains around you. There's something, you're not sure what, but there's something that you can't put your finger on. It feels like you've been here before. And yet you look around and you're like, it's a volcano. It's a swamp. Like, you can't think of anything significant in your life.
It's not the Ironwood. We were definitely at the base of a volcano in the Ironwood, weren't we? When we were fighting the Green Hoof Clan or whatever.
I don't think it was a volcano, but it could have
Well,
been.
it was like a mountain. It could have been.
I think the only mountain was the range that we did where the Ironkeep was, from what I remember.
Well, as you discuss this, you kind of look around and
I
you're
think
like...
the only mountain was the...
Yes, let me do it in character.
Wait, are we going to roleplay tonight? Oh, look out.
Yeah, we're going to roleplay till 11:30, and then you're going to say roll
And
for
then it's
initiative.
the roll for initiative. Yes!
And we're like, some of us have work in the morning.
Wait, you
Who?
say that like we never... Wait,
You said who?
we never roleplay. Oh, wait, we said that like we
We
never
were-
roleplay.
I mean, we do like high key roleplay all the time. Maybe you don't, DM.
There's a lot of shade happening at the table right now.
I'm just asking for clarification on what the sass was. Was it that we roleplayed too much or that we don't roleplay enough? Because I can't tell.
We never start roleplaying before 8:30, so it's now that it's 8:31, it's time to go.
That's not true in the life.
I have several sentences in character already.
Yeah.
Same, bro.
We go to at least 10:30 before you have us roll something.
All right, fair enough.
You apologize to each of us individually.
I'm sorry, Havana. I'm sorry, Christina. Neg, I didn't do anything for you. Like,
No,
I don't.
fine.
Yeah, thank
Good
you.
talk.
That's what I wanted to hear. Yeah,
Don't-
Eric, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Don't
take it,
talk
take it.
to me.
RJ Canuck and Beetaloo, thank you so much for the donations. Yeah, everyone. Thanks to chat, Hero's Favor has been unlocked. Oh boy! All right, so Nega, just to clarify for you, this is a special one-time use token that you can use
Unless
to
you're really bad at it, then you can use it a bunch.
a bunch of times that you can use to bend the rules of the game. You can't use it to do like a whole bunch of pile driver extra damage, but if there's something in the game that seems like it's not really covered by the rules, but it seems like something cool that you want your character to do, like a classic example would be, I want to, shoot an arrow through the rope that's attached to the mask, drop that sandbag down on the head of the bad guy who's standing in front of me, knock him prone, and then I'm going to take an attack at advantage, right? That would be something that you could do with your Hero's Favor. You roll 2d10 to see whether it goes off.
Okay.
And if you get 13 or higher,
I think
It's mixed results.
it's a mixed result. If you get an 18 to 20,
I think it's
No,
I think
No,
it's 15. It's
kinda
10
works.
It's 10 to 14 works, but there's a catch.
Yeah.
15 and higher. 15 to 19 it works.
as you expected
Actually,
it to.
and then 20 or higher
Higher.
is extra great.
luminous
Right.
success.
Yeah, better than you expected. And so you roll 2d10 and you add +3, which is your proficiency bonus.
Okay.
So that's how hero favors heroes.
How long have we been on since have we taken a long rest?
I believe you did. Yeah, you did take a long rest.
Okay.
Yeah, you had taken a long
Can I roll
rest.
to increase my hit die?
Yeah,
you were
you're gonna roll your
trapping us.
dice. You're gonna roll hit dice, right? You take another level in Bard.
Yeah.
Cause
Yeah!
I did level up, so...
Right, very
What
good.
do I do?
So 7...
7 more, plus your con bonus.
10. So I go up by 10. I am now at 73.
Very good.
What do I need to roll?
If it's Bard, I believe it's a D8.
Yeah.
Let's go on a date. How many? Just one?
Just
Just
one.
And then you add your Constitution modifier.
Yes. So 3 plus your con mod.
Your face is a con mod.
Wow.
2, so 5. Oh, are you not talking to me now? Was I that hurtful?
5 is awesome.
Thank you, Tom.
It's
Thank
not as
you.
good as what Eric got, but
Oh, now
No,
you're on
thanks,
Team Eric?
you're right.
Eric, now you're on Team Eric.
Eric needs the extra hit points because he sucks.
So what changes my charisma modifier by just
Changes
my...
your spell DC primarily, some of your skills, and your spell attack bonus.
Those would just go up by
go
one?
up by 1. That's the main thing.
So
I feel like-
spell save is 16, spell ability is 5, and spell attack is 8. Cool.
I feel like in my head I just had like a very Little Mermaid moment, like as I leveled up in Bard. Like it was like there was stuff coming out of the shell, and I was all like, you know. Yeah. No?
I've never seen Little Mermaid.
Are you kidding me?
What?
I was busy watching Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Excuse me, it came out in
Nerd.
1989. Get your entire life together. It is the anniversary. It is out of the Disney vault. Go
Sorry.
home and watch the movie. I will give you my Voodoo login. No, I wouldn't, because that's illegal. But I will, so that you can go and watch this movie. It'll change your life.
I was 10 years old in 1989, and it was not something I was into.
I was 3. What's your excuse?
I wasn't born.
Woo! Okay.
I forgot that was up there when I moved my head.
Oh, I thought you punched the table.
No, it fell out of my head.
Oh my God.
What a day.
All right. So you're talking about like, wow, what is it about this place that seems so familiar? I'm not sure. And you get just kind of like a glimpse of kind of where this hut is located and kind of how it fits into the crags on the side of this mountain. And you're like, that feels like, it almost seems exactly like the spot where the Ironkeep was back on Mount Hohenau. But there's very clearly not an entire castle made of iron here. It is a small, possibly 3-room structure made of stones that are kind of piled up on top of each other with some very like rudimentary roof material there. You hear this and this enormous ship, long 2-masted sailing ship, comes dipping down out of the primordium, out of the noxious smoke from the volcano here, and lands on the plain outside your small stone dwelling that you have so lived in so kind of like alone for. Do you count days backwards? I'm not sure, but that's...
We'll find out.
How does your bullet journal work?
All right.
Well.
So, and you see a very dashing man wearing.
I need roll
armor?
for butt. How's
He
his
doesn't-
butt looking tonight?
Can I roll for butt? I don't know.
Can we say dashing adjacent?
My butt's pretty good. It's 5 and a 6.
Oh wow!
It's
You've
all
got
right
a,
today.
you got an 11 butt. Very
Yeah, I
good.
got an 11
Yeah.
butt.
You're looking fine. I mean, that new level is
he
wearing
doesn't-
well.
He doesn't. I mean, he wears some. He's got like a leather jacket, but he doesn't wear heavy armor or anything. He just kind of. He's this.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And you have like a little like mustache and goatee,
Yeah.
right? Or
Yeah.
is it
Not
just a
a
Van
blonde
Dyke?
one.
It's got my.
But-
You can see my mini. That's pretty much what I look like.
Let's see. Wait, this guy?
Yeah, that's my mini.
Check out Kyle Caps's amazing illustrations of Alton.
Oh yeah,
Here's who.
he made a great one recently that we might turn into a shirt if it isn't one already.
Also, Shovik Sani's made some great art of Alton.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you see this dashing man. You see a large saber-toothed tiger prowling on the deck next to him. And you see a Kenku
No, that's based on level.
figure who is standing on the deck who has... What instrument do you play again? It's
I have several. It's a tiny guitar with a heart-shaped opening in it, and I have a tiny kalimba, and I have an ocarina.
Okay.
But those would be my pockets, so I
Right.
suppose the only one you would see is my...
And instead of being like all black, like a raven color, like a typical Kenku, this Kenku looks like a red-breasted grosbeak, right? So it has a big red kind of puff of plumage on the front, and has an orange beak as opposed to like all black, kind of like, you know, like I said, raveny looking, which you find somewhat unusual. And then there is there's a guy just wearing some weather-beaten leather, and his orcish first mate who is at the helm of this enormous ship, and the ship isn't propelled by sails. It has this beam of force which lances out from this kind of like tube mounted in the bow, and the beam of force seems to like pull at the edges of the primordium and grip onto it and repel it around it, so it kind of like cuts through the ether of the primordium here, which I don't know whether you've seen something like this, but it is certainly a strange sight this fine day.
I would like to have my bow at the ready
Mm-hmm.
and come and wait outside of my hut.
Okay. Are you trying to be stealthy and hidden, or are you just waiting patiently there?
I'd like to come out loud and proud and ready to talk. Nothing stealthy about this.
All right, so the flap on the tent gets flung open, and you see a very young elven, well, probably elven teenager, right?
Teenagers.
By elven standards, extremely young, probably less than 20 years old. So not quite a child, but certainly not what you've kind of encountered in terms
Not yet a woman?
All she needs is time.
I also have to take one moment to say this. What's that odious stinction? Smells like teenage
Spirit. Oh.
It's a
It was a Power Ranger reference.
Yeah.
Thank
Is
you.
it Ivan Ooze?
Yes.
It was Ivan Ooze. It's when I used to start wait tables. Every time a group of teenagers came in, that was the highlight of my existence. And
When
also
is
to sing
the Ivan
teenagers.
Ooze cosplay, Christina?
Eventually.
Sexy Ivan Ooze would be my
Don't
favorite
spoil
thing
it.
in the
It's
whole
for the
world.
next con.
He kind of already is sexy.
I mean,
He is pretty oozy.
he could get it. Ivan
could
Ooze
get
could
it.
get it.
If he just stopped being so bad and started being like good.
One thing that's remarkable about this elven teenager who has stepped forth from this stone hut or stone structure, she is armed with a longbow that is taller than she is. That's the main thing. She also has a scimitar strapped to her hip, but the thing that really stands out to you is that she has this very finely crafted elven bow that is a good 1.5 feet, 2 feet taller than she is. It makes you wonder how she even can fire the thing, but you're guessing if she's got it for a reason.
Little elf girl, like, why is your bow so big?
It didn't used to be bigger than me. I don't know if you've noticed, but time here goes in reverse. And before you refer to me as little elf girl again, I'd like you to take a second and think about the way you speak to your elders. I'm a far greater age than you. Hundreds, I might say.
Whatever. Okay.
Sorry, she's like that to everybody. It's not like a you thing.
Yeah, it's not. It has nothing to do with you. That is just.
This is just her.
Yes, I apologize.
It's who I am as a
companion.
tiger.
May I ask what you're doing here?
Oh,
Hi, I'm Strong.
It's a pleasure to meet you. Thriska.
Friska, nice to meet you.
Well,
Thriska?
Thris. It's
Thriska.
say it how you will. It's just nice to hear it being said.
I can imagine living here. Alton Newberry. It's wonderful. I love what you've done with the place.
Oh, well, thank you. I haven't heard a compliment in I don't know how many years.
When he introduces himself, you notice that he has a scabbard on his belt with the pommel of a sword in it. But the scabbard is only like yay long. It's more of a holster than it is a full. There's definitely not any kind of. If he has any kind of blade whatsoever in there, it's probably like some sort of punching dagger or something like that.
And a very finely crafted elven bow.
Oh, all right, yeah.
Remember?
Remember?
Yes, I remember.
How cool I am? Do you remember, Tom?
Please
Please don't think I'm cool.
remember.
He is carrying a very finely crafted elven
With
bow.
runes in Elvish. Or ancient Elvish, too.
Wow.
I'd like to run up to him and grab his hand and just say, "It's you. It's finally you. I can't believe you're here."
Wait, you guys know each other?
My granddaughter, she foretold a prophecy that one day a man carrying the legendary bow of my tribe would appear here on this mountain, and I have been waiting for I don't even know how many years now, and I wasn't sure if you were coming. I didn't know when, but she told me that you would be coming in search of a magic key.
Well, we couldn't disappoint you, obviously. I have no idea what's going on right now.
Is she high?
I don't know.
Who gets excited about you?
So
That's a really good point.
you're not in search of a magic key?
We are. You are. It's weird that you know about us. I'm used to people knowing about me, but not since this. Do you remember before this?
The before times.
The long, long ago. In the far, far away.
I'm sorry.
Like, do you remember when, we weren't on chunks of land floating in nothing, perpetually
It's
falling?
definitely not our fault.
It
Not
isn't.
your fault.
It isn't our fault.
Right, definitely not.
You sound convincing.
Thank you,
You
so much.
do.
I have very high charisma.
It's been so long.
Have I told you lately, you're very charismatic lately. Like, more so than usual.
It's because I've been cursed.
Oh, okay.
I feel great about this new friendship. Would you like to come inside?
Sure, absolutely. Do you have anything to drink?
Give me a moment. Let me see what I can find. And I'd
Can
like to
our
run
friend
in and...
Badger lie down in your honeys for poisoning?
He's having a toothache.
What's this one's deal?
Oh, that's regardless. She's a
She can speak for herself.
She is a wonderfully awoken saber-toothed tiger who has issues because her master was killed.
Excuse me. My name is Roar Regardless, and yeah, I'm going through some stuff because, like, when someone's murdered, you don't just, like, get over it. So excuse me for, like, having feelings and, like, not
You're
being
excused.
okay.
Everyone we know has died.
Yeah.
And none of us are acting like this.
I appreciate the way that you just made this all about you.
Thank
Because
you.
everyone mourns differently. So, like, I'm sure the old lady, reverse lady, whatever you are, understands what I'm talking about. Right?
Right.
I don't think she understands anything of what you've said.
Well, don't speak for her.
Okay, I'm sorry. Do
Jesus
you understand
Christ.
anything that's going on?
I think we're on the same page.
Okay.
Right?
I understand.
I
Oh
guess
my
I'm the
gosh,
asshole.
like,
I get
I
it.
like you.
I get it.
You're so much cooler.
Come on in. And I'd like to see if I can find some food and drink that I can offer them.
Yeah, I'll give you kind of carte blanche. You tell me what the inside of this simple stone. I've kind of described it as sort of rudimentary, but what would your domicile look like?
Well, the inside has a lot of kind of homemade shelves that have been haphazardly put up, kind of run down over the years. been left alone for so long, so a lot of the stuff that she has are like poorly carved trinkets that she's made to keep her company and to kind of
Just a bunch of Funkos.
like homemade Funko Pops that she talks to.
Feeling
like
very personally attacked over here.
That's good. That's what I was going for.
Wow.
and I'd like to she has a bunch of things that she's made because she just has a lot of free time on her hands, so stuff that she's carved,
Quaint.
cups and stuff, and everything is very sad and very lonely. It's just the home of somebody that desperately needs somebody to talk to and has no one and is far older than they look in terms of emotional maturity. And we're going back to the loneliness. I'm going to be real honest. She's had years and years of no one to talk to.
Right.
Does she have like a fake person she's made out of like
Hiding in the back room.
Interesting that you use the word person and not people, because there's multiple. Because it's been a lonely couple of 100 years.
I'm picturing you walk in, there's a wooden table, and there's
Hey kids, we're home early.
there's 3 place settings, and then there's like 3 wooden mannequins just carved
just
there.
like straw scarecrows that
I
are kind
love
of
what
sitting
you-
around the dining room
teacups.
table.
I love what you've done with the place. We need to leave soon.
Are we gonna be murdered and turned
Maybe,
into straw
maybe.
people?
If we don't-
Like, I really, really love your tchotchkes. Like, they're so nice. Like, oh my gosh, it's so nice to finally have a real friend.
Thank you. I used to teach my daughter and my
What?
granddaughter.
What did we do to you?
Why would you? Our biggest mistake was not letting you sign a pact with 3 demons to kill us all, and I'm sorry about that. I
And I
guess.
feel like we tried to be really gentle about that
Yeah.
too.
I'm just gonna lean into one of the straw people and be like, what a bunch of weirdos.
They don't let, like, I just wanted to bond with these demons, and they were like, demons are inherently evil. Like, who automatically said someone is inherently evil?
You're trying your best, and you can't do more than that.
Right?
They just don't get you.
Oh my gosh.
She's
like,
obviously been reading a lot of self-help books alone here.
writing a lot of them and putting them on the shelves.
Writing self-help books.
If I say the word pineapple, it means we either run or kill her.
Or maybe there's a pineapple.
That's true.
I would love a pineapple.
I can hear you, and
I
this
will
is
say
my
it
friend,
twice.
and you will do no such thing.
We can't eat a pineapple?
She can have all the pineapple she wants. What is wrong with you?
Stop saying pineapple. I know you're using code. Rude.
Wait, is there a pineapple or is there
Yeah.
not?
Are there pineapples?
Do you have, like, anything that's, like, what's
Alcoholic?
that word? Edible.
Edible food.
Yeah.
Yes. What
Alcohol, wine, especially.
what do you eat?
Meat.
Meat. Okay. Well, give me just 1 second, and I'd like to rummage about the kitchen and kind of start. There's like sad old salted meat that's kind of dried out from her trying to preserve it for so long, and putting it up on like a nice little carved platter.
Now
Thank
two
you.
people in our party are gonna have food poisoning.
Is it? So is there like what's the
Thank
wine
you.
situation like, or any alcohol really?
We had a pie
A decent cup of coffee, the bare minimum.
If you can combine the two into some weird
Oh my god!
alcoholic coffee drink, that is all.
Because the only thing of that existed doesn't exist anymore.
Oh
that
yeah,
may
that's
be
not our fault either.
No.
Definitely not.
I've been alone for a very long time. I'm sorry, I don't have more to offer you,
Okay, that's fine.
but I can offer you help.
Oh, That's
For
fine.
the key that we need.
yes. Is it okay if I smoke?
No. Have some decency, sir. This is a home.
Right? You're just always, like, blowing your smoke in everyone's face. Like, leave
he
my
opens
friend
up,
alone.
Up the flap and goes. Okay,
Close the flap when you're done, please.
I will.
Respect her home.
I asked, didn't I?
You can
As
blow it
you
in
were
some-
doing it already, you asked.
That's true. You really kind of did the whole thing where you do it and then get forgiveness later,
Yeah,
rather than get permission.
that's my whole thing.
Right. I'm realizing that now.
So, anyways, we are looking. You seem to know a lot about what we're looking for.
Well, it's not that I know what you're looking for. It was my granddaughter foretelling a prophecy.
What was your granddaughter's name?
My granddaughter, Zariestra.
I remember Zariestra.
You knew her?
We
Yes.
know her.
She gave me this bow.
That would explain a lot.
They
yes.
kind of had a thing.
We didn't have
Okay,
a thing.
things I didn't need to know about my granddaughter.
What?
I
Yeah,
don't think we had a thing.
overshare.
Why did Dom look at me like that?
He didn't.
Oh, do you have your phone on? What's that?
No, that's my iPad.
Oh.
Dom's beard just makes him look like he's looking at you like that.
No, he was
Everything's
scowling. I
intense.
know a Dom's scowling.
He was
I
trying to
see it.
scowl at me, but there's a curtain in the way.
I just think everything's about me. It might have been the issue.
Yeah,
She had a thing for somebody.
I don't
Was
know.
it me?
Maybe, I don't know. We met Zariestra, and she indoctrinated us into their clan. Gave me this bow to give to Derwith, and then I didn't, and I kept it.
I kept it.
Yeah. Well, in my defense, he was a stump at the time.
That is a good reason.
Yeah.
And then he died.
Hmm.
No offense.
Well, I'm glad to hear she entrusted it in good hands.
There's no good answer. Mean people who were talking about Derwith, like, just casually and like, oh my god, he was like a stomp, and now I'm going through so many emotions and feeling so many things.
Wait, no, he literally was a stomp.
That's not a. I'm not making fun of him. He literally transformed
I
into a
was
stump.
there, okay? I was
I
there
know.
for that.
I know
Okay.
we're not saying anything bad about it. He was a stump.
I love stumps.
He was
talk
great
about it.
because he was also at the same time a giant tree ant that was murdering a bunch of bad people. It was totally
I liked
dope.
him doing that.
He was
yeah.
great.
He was like my rock. Not a stump, but like my rock. And like very important to me. And it's very hard to hear his name said in passing, especially when referencing
Ooh,
a stump.
You have the ribbon, don't you? Still?
Wait, what?
You have like
Me, Havana personally has a bad memory.
Zariestra gave you like a string that like or a ribbon or something.
Oh right, because
that-
I gave her my orb,
Yeah, your glowing orb.
my changing orb, and she gave me a ribbon.
It's like a ribbon or a string, and then if you say Zariestra, she would come and help us or something.
If I do it now,
I don't
I
know.
forgot about that. I totally do have that. Oh yeah, I do have that. I'll rummage through my pockets.
It's
or my...
tied around your wrist.
Oh, it's my bracelet for my forever bracelet.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. I pull back my feathers. Like
In that cartoon.
Leghorn.
And so you see what is very
Forgot.
clearly what the Green Treader tribe, which is your tribe, what's called a spirit knot, right? And so Zariestra must have entwined a portion of her spirit into this knot that she gave to Strumthrum.
I'd like to just walk over and say, may I?
Oh, it's attached to me. You can hold my hand though if you want.
Do you mind?
Sure.
And I just kind of stroke the ribbon and say, I miss her so much.
That tickles.
I'm having a moment.
I'm sorry, it's just not an appropriate time to laugh, but it tickles.
Would you like to pet the top of my head for comfort? Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
And I just kind of stroke her, maybe behind the ear a little bit.
Yeah.
Get a little scritch
This
scratch. going.
saber-toothed tiger is 5 feet at the shoulder, so it's huge. So you put your hand on the saber-toothed tiger's head. She obviously bows down, to be petted. But yeah, the rumble that comes out of this cat's
Aww.
stomach is just like
Big kitty purrs.
yeah, it's
I would love that.
yeah, it's like cranking a 15 basketballs inside of a metal drum. Just
Strum? Thrum? Sorry.
So
Sorry.
one thing that you can notice, since you've lived here so long, is that when they have arrived and that they like once they approached you and kind of got in your vicinity, you can tell that there's something different in the hut. And you look around.
The straw people are alive. The straw people are alive.
And
I think I could actually make that happen.
you see that kind of like at least in the immediate vicinity, like normally you're used to seeing, like the leaves of the weeds and stuff like that, kind of like blow backwards because the wind blows backwards, right? Although, what does backwards wind look like? But now
The
it's
same as regular wind.
as you look around, you can tell that it seems like time is moving at least a normal rate forward around them. It's not reversing like you are used to, which is surprising to you. This is something that hasn't happened for centuries of your subjective time, right?
When I'm petting little tiger, do I notice it enveloping
Little
myself
tiger.
as well? Or is it specifically just to them?
No, it's in an area around them. Is
Okay.
kind of what you must be. It's almost like standing within the circle of a lantern, and you're standing in the glow of this. Except what it is the glow is time has stopped moving backwards and has started to at least move at a normal pace.
How are you doing that?
How are we doing what?
I moisturize.
And I'd like to
She
kind
preens a lot.
I'm a preener.
of pretend like I'm writing that down for later.
You're just writing down moisturize.
Moisturize.
Can't forget that.
All this aging, it's really tough on the skin, right?
Callus-
It's been a lot.
I have a steady
Back
regimen of calisthenics. I barely eat and I drink a lot.
It's the 40s.
The time around you. Can you not see the difference?
See what the who?
And I'm gonna open the flap and say,
Yeah,
you've noticed the water.
yeah, everything's going backwards.
Yes. But around you, look at the wind. Look at the way it moves.
Paint with it.
Dude, she's so high.
So you're saying it's not okay for me to smoke? But
Here, let's test it. Can I just pour a bunch of water on the ground?
Yeah.
Great.
I mean, is that how it's supposed to?
It's
And-
everywhere.
And it flows out.
Is that not?
Is that a test? Did I do a science?
I don't know.
You're not doing this intentionally, are you?
I don't know what you do. What?
I did pour the water out.
Yeah, she
intentionally.
did. She
I
said
did do
she asked
that.
permission first.
I didn't wait for a response, though. You're a bad influence.
I am. I've told you that many times.
They do this
Fuck.
a lot.
My granddaughter told me that you would be the only hope that the natural world would be restored here, and I
That's
think
not supposed to
she's
say.
right.
The water pourers?
That is what she called you.
I mean, we did leave an impression.
Do I pour water on the ground a lot?
No, I think she's just like, because we're so awesome. She's like, if anyone could do it, it's them.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I have some questions about her judgment. Do you have a plan? You don't seem to know
We've
what I'm
got a
talking
large
about.
stick,
We have a big stick.
and then
Do
we're
you hold
gonna
it up?
And we speak softly.
So Strumthrum holds up this rod, which is probably about yay long at this point, right?
It's
And
big.
is very clearly crafted out of black walnut and ensorcelled with runes all the way kind of spiraling around. And you are old enough and wise enough to recognize this as the Rod of Seven Parts.
Now, you wouldn't believe it, but this is actually only a piece. This was actually in 7 different pieces. And we have 5 of them, and we've been gathering them. I know it sounds crazy that this is happening.
And yet, I recognize it. No, I do. I've lived my entire life just day by day getting closer to my own demise, getting younger and younger, and not knowing if you were ever going to show up. And now that you're here, what can I do? How can I help you?
We need to find the next piece of the rod.
Yeah, the rod leads us to the next piece.
The next piece.
I was just gonna say you're welcome.
Wait,
What?
to who?
She's been waiting
Oh,
for
to
us
the-
to get here,
I don't-
so you know
Oh,
you're
we
welcome.
really haven't done anything yet.
Yeah.
We're here.
I've
and
only
that's, like,
poured
the first
water on
step.
her ground floor. What's
Why are you
ground
guys
floor?
ruining my thing?
Sorry.
Welcome is my thing.
I'm
It's just
honestly,
my thing.
if I'm being honest, I thought you were saying that to us
I was
in a
confused.
passive aggressive way because you've been very passive aggressive about many things. So I
Alright.
wasn't sure if this was a burn against us.
So first, you should learn to stop, collaborate, and listen.
Okay, stop. Step
You
one,
get it
stop.
because the shirt says dice, dice, baby, so you can stop, collaborate, and listen. Yeah.
Okay, we've stopped. Now we need to collaborate.
I just feel like she's been very passive aggressive, so it's been hard to understand where she stands.
Right, but she's going through a lot of emotional
stand on all
turmoil.
four paws.
So we all, like you said, everyone we know is dead.
Well, I think we need to listen to her.
Okay.
Right. So what I think that we should do is, have you seen like, I don't know, like have you explored like this whole area?
You mean in the many, many years that I've been alone, slowly dying with nothing to do and nothing to occupy my time? I've been around.
that.
A little.
So is there like anywhere that you have not been? Like anything that's been like too scary or like whatever?
Well, I
Or
mean,
did you happen to just find a piece of black walnut that you thought, I'll leave it there?
yeah, chucked it over the side the other day. Didn't think I would need it.
Well, why'd you do that?
No, I think she was being sarcastic.
She got mad at one of her straw mannequin friends.
How dare you treat me like this?
Being facetious.
My granddaughter told me that I would need to guide you to the bowels of the volcano.
How did she know?
I don't know.
How did she know that the universe would explode and time would go backwards and that we'd be here?
I don't know.
It's called foreshadowing.
Is that like foreskin?
No. Not in any
not
way, shape, or form.
exactly. It's like when you're in a story and something happens and you're like, oh, that seems like it might be poignant later. And then all of a sudden it's like, I don't know, like if
Yeah, my
someone
buddy
gave you a
Chekhov used to
random
always tell me
ring
about this.
or like piece of ribbon or whatever, and then later someone else was like, oh my gosh, and then you might meet this person and they're like, oh my gosh, this person gave me like a ribbon. That's foreshadowing.
Oh, so it's like a type of magic.
It's sort of a divination, yeah.
Yeah, kind of like,
Whereas foreskin is a bit of extra skin on the end
what's
of the
that
penis.
word I'm thinking about with the thing and the thing where you're like in
In
the
most
thing,
mammals.
and it's like, you know, like you think about the thing and it's kind of like, oh my gosh, like kind of deja vu, but not. No?
I understand.
Oh my gosh, thank you. I'm so excited about that. Thank you. That was really nice to feel heard. I really appreciate. See, sometimes I just want to feel heard, and I think that's what you don't realize about me. If you like got to know me, you would know that like I just want to be heard.
I've actually tried really hard to be your friend, but you have a lot of walls up.
You could like bash through them with your beak.
I don't think I should force you to be my friend.
I mean, you don't have to, but I'm just saying we have a child together, so I think at this point we should probably learn to communicate properly.
We should probably feed it.
It's okay, it's a griffin.
It'll just eat our faces in our sleep.
I mean, only if we don't feed it, but maybe we can find something in like the pit of this volcano.
That's
Do you
true.
have any griffin food?
Let me check.
It loves faces.
Faces.
I don't know that. I just have a feeling.
The mini face.
They're so
god.
tender.
They're just so supple faces.
The many-faced god wants to give you an offering there, Griffin. Sorry.
All right. So,
To the pit of the volcano.
yeah, that's the
I
plan of
assume
action.
leading us there, it's not just like, well, here it is, bye. I assume that there's maybe a reason we would need a guide to a place like this.
Wait, where are we going? Did you say?
The pit of the volcano.
That's what you said? Oh, I'm a bad listener.
Oh, no, you're not. Come on. There's a lot going on. We're all talking over each other.
I'm just thinking about my giant rod.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
Aren't we all?
I did say that.
Oh
You're good at listening too.
my god, I try.
Okay, well, we're gonna need special volcano gear.
Will we? I don't know. She's our guide. We would ask her.
So you do know that the volcano is still, even though it's going in reverse, it is the ash and the smoke is still hot ash and whatnot, and you assume there's heat inside the volcano, right? So it's going to be very hot and inhospitable to normal average life. I don't know what you.
Just say it.
We're ready. My body's ready.
I just want to go over there and stand by that hot piece of ash.
I can see it like killing you not to say it.
It's only a little bit.
You can always tell.
I try to hide it, but I'm not good at it.
Sometimes you raise your hand.
That's not hiding. That's actually very openly volunteering it.
Because in my head it's funny, and then I say it out loud, and everyone's like, oh, and Christina. Oh, honey.
So, I'm not sure how to pronounce this. Enelisures sends a reroll to Christina.
Yay!
And I get 6 more chaos dice.
No.
than
Well,
get
I don't know.
to-
It could go either way.
It
Yeah,
can go
that's
either
true.
way. That's why they're chaos dice. So those go to me.
That's really well.
But unfortunately, each player gains 3 more
Yay!
themselves. So you can spend these, just to clarify for you, Nega Oryx, you can spend these on any d20 roll that I'm going to make. So if it's an attack roll or saving a throw for a monster or something like that, you can say, before I roll, you say, oh, I'm going to put chaos dice on that. And then I have a number of fate dice that I add, or that I put in the mix with that roll. And they have a +1 side, a -1 side, and a neutral side. So it can either swing things badly, swing things in my favor, or just cancel each other out and there's no result. But they're chaos dice. They're a little quirky. So it's another just a instant
Chaotic
modifier.
Oh my god, wait. I had a volcano dream,
Yeah?
but I took very bad notes.
Oh boy.
If
Well,
only
it's
there
a
was
good thing
someone
you have
who was
such
running this game.
A great memory.
Hmm?
It's a good thing you have such a great memory. You don't really have to rely on your notes at all.
How dare you attack something I have no control over?
Oh my gosh, what if there were like some kind of check you could do, like some sort of a history check?
History check.
What's the history of what I should remember?
What's the history of my own brain?
Let's see. Where in the history
Well,
books
it
did I
says-
study the dream that I had 2 sessions ago?
Oh wait, no, I took good notes. I just didn't read all the way up. Wait, I had a flash.
What?
A flashback. You didn't let me finish.
You paused for a second. I assumed you were done.
I know,
I apologize.
I ran out of breath.
Did someone say pause?
You have 4 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 paws.
You get a round of applause.
Oh wait, I have hands. I don't really understand what's going on with me.
Don't
I
you
have-
claws?
I have hands up here, and I have claws down there. But like the hands are part of my wings.
You're like a minotaur?
I'm a kinku. How dare you?
I mean, I'm just saying because you have like that.
I'm
whole
not sort of
situation.
some sort of sex god, okay? I'm just a bird.
I mean, you could be.
I really don't feel like I have the confidence for that.
Not everyone could be a sex god, and we just have to accept that.
Roll for butts.
I already did. I rolled an 11 out of 12.
I don't have a butt. I just have a cloaca. Anyway, stop, collaborate, and listen.
Dice are back with a brand new.
I'm remembering I had a dream while we were on the ship. And it was that I was circling around the peak of a mountain, and I think it looked sort of like a volcano, like here, and there was, and we were in the center of a swamp, like a green swamp, like here, right? Right?
Yeah.
And then there were hundreds of eggs all under the water in the swamp. Is that a thing?
Would I know if that's a thing?
Yeah.
Do you have
you
an egg swamp?
Is there an egg swamp nearby?
You certainly would. Yeah, so one of the reasons that this place is called the Worm's Cradle is that deep within the swamp, kind of buried in the mud all over the place, there are regularly dragon eggs. So they're huge, you know, they're probably at least this big across, sometimes even 5 and 6 feet across.
Oh yeah, because
But they're deeply submerged in the swamp, kind of stuck in the mud. Yeah, you've seen them.
Well?
Yes. Large dragon eggs reside here.
That's disheartening on a lot of levels.
Well, no, because in my dream, the egg I was trying to pick up was too big. I couldn't pick it up by myself. So maybe it could have been a dragon egg, and I couldn't pick it up, and I tried to fly away with it and take it somewhere, and I couldn't do it. But then there was this golden crown that came out of the sky, right?
Yes, I remember.
And landed on my head, right?
Yes.
Right, and then there was this like chiming noise, and then I was able to pick up the egg because my wings grew bigger and my beak grew bigger, and I was strong enough, and I could take it to the top of the mountain and throw it in.
Your dreams are a lot nicer than mine.
I don't like hearing about your dreams.
Yeah.
Very sexual.
My dreams aren't sexual. My life is sexual.
It could be both.
He does this.
He sexuals.
And I'd like to just kind of inch slightly farther away from him.
But I don't know. What if my dream was like a vision?
You're not
like...
my type, don't.
Oh yeah, he likes guys. Big dumb guys.
I mean, not
Big
exclusively.
needy stupid guys.
Not exclusive. I mean,
that
you're not
are mean
wrong.
to you.
You're not. You haven't said anything untrue.
Okay, so. But what's her daughter's name again?
Her
My granddaughter?
Granddaughter.
Zariestra.
Sorry, Esther.
Well, what if it's like Zariestra, though? She had a vision about us being here. What if my dream was a vision about what we needed to do while we are here? Maybe we're having like a
Put an egg in the
crazy
volcano.
mind meld
I mean,
from the past and the future.
it would make sense if the rod is the cause of all this, and if, like she says, we are somehow immune to the effects of this place. Maybe the rod is somehow you are connected to it and its power. If it has the power to do what it did, it certainly has the power to show you a vision of that kind.
But what if we drop the egg in and it kills the dragon or something? That wouldn't be nice.
Well, I mean, dragons, it depends on the dragon, but I think dragons are pretty tough.
I just want to say first and foremost that fire cannot kill a dragon.
Any dragon? What about
Any
like
dragon
a
at all.
ice dragon?
I don't know if that's true, but I don't know. I've never met a dragon. So
Well,
I've only read of them.
I know a lot of songs about them.
are they of ice and fire?
I've only written a few, and I'll never finish the last sentence.
Oh, it's okay. I'm sure the story will continue in some random way, shape, or form.
It'll be better because it wasn't written by a creep.
Ooh, shots fired.
I'm not a creep. I don't mean that. Wait, am I a creep?
No, not that I know of.
Are you
I
a
would
weirdo?
know. I'm a creep.
Are you a creep? Are we creeps?
Just creeping on the down low, because nobody's supposed to know. I love that we could just do that in our heads and everybody knows where it's going
yeah.
so we don't get in trouble. Hi, Tom.
So at this point, Marcus is like,
Wait, Marcus is here?
Marcus kind of sticks
Marcus,
his head
stay
in
on the
his-
ship!
He's like,
Get out of here!
Marcus is
is everything
back.
cool and copacetic? I saw it's like some weird. You don't usually like hide smoking and.
Well, she said I couldn't do it inside.
I take pride in my home.
Okay, all right.
I'm a nice person. Fuck you.
You just said you're a creep.
I can be right.
Yeah, well, I don't mean to raise any sort of alarms or anything like that, but I'm looking off in the distance here, and it looks like there's this huge mound of, or this cloud of. What I'm saying is the it looks like with this eruption, whatever this volcano is, it's It's coming backwards. It's almost done. And so when that wave of heat and mud and muck kind of rushes up over the swamplands below and whatnot, well, it'll incinerate all of us. It'll probably flash fry us. And then the top of the mountain will probably go back together, and that'll be that. So I don't mean to kind of cut the tea party short here, but doesn't seem like we have more than a couple hours.
I think you meant to do it.
Is there tea here?
No.
I had meat.
Or is there?
I
There
never
might
had any
be.
tea.
I can get tea from the ship if you
No,
want to drink some
Marcus.
tea before we
Why
get
don't
flash
you
fried.
go take care of what you're supposed to do, Marcus?
I'm supposed to accompany you guys.
Why didn't you go play with your little dick?
Why don't you go make sure that the witches are still good at heart?
They're demons.
They're demons and they're not good at heart.
That's fine. You know, if you don't need my assistance, I will wait here in the ship until it seems prudent for us to leave, and then we're taking off.
Please keep the engine running. Or I guess ready to run. I don't know how.
Keep the bows at the ready. Can we take the boat to the mountain? Like, does your boat I don't know, is it like an airship?
It flies. I mean,
Can't we just take that to the top of the volcano?
make
Make yourself useful,
I think we should
Marcus.
ask our guide.
Well, in theory, but it sounds like she wants to check out the dragon eggs.
That is true.
Well, I don't know. It was just a dream. I mean, I just thought maybe...
No, don't discount your dreams.
Wasn't a dream what connected you to my granddaughter in the first place?
I don't remember. Was it? I think it was because we banded together in a dire situation.
Because we fought the swamp witch or the trash witch.
The trash witch.
Oh my god, I love trash witches.
We murdered her.
We killed her so badly.
Mm-hmm.
She almost killed Jorvin.
Yeah.
And now he's almost killed himself with the poisoning.
And I just
Too
keep
many
fishing
mushrooms.
farther.
It's really come full circle.
Building trust. That's what it's all about.
We want to check out these eggs. I mean,
Well, but is that a part of the prophecy or whatever?
well, you have the rod. The rod points us where we got to go.
I know, but she's our guide.
I don't have any more information than what she told me. She prophesied I would see a man with the bow of our people, that you would be our only hope to restore the natural world, and that I needed to do everything in my power to aid you. And taking you to the volcano was the only way she told me to do that.
I say point that rod.
So we put the egg in the volcano and then what?
No, I say
The rod pops out?
I don't know. Point the rod and see where it takes us. Focus. I don't know how you do your thing.
The rod dips and points down toward the base of the volcano.
But the swamp's around the base?
No, the swamp is out here, right? It's out around you. You're in sort of the middle of this chunk of land, and the swamp is kind of out in front of you, right? You're sort of on the back side of the swamp. So it's actually pointing away from the swamp.
But we can't get in the volcano because we'll burn to death?
Unless you have secret hidden powers you haven't told me about.
Or like an airship that could float.
Well, but the airship couldn't get us into the volcano.
Yeah,
Maybe if we drop the egg in the volcano, the dragon is born, and it snatches up the rod for us and brings it to us because it's so grateful that we helped it be born.
What about your giant baby boy?
It makes about as much sense as anything else does.
Or it could just be a dream and we could ignore it.
Oh. I mean, we're at the mountain, and a swamp filled with eggs. I mean, that's not... It's
But
not...
I'm not going to be able to grow big wings and a big beak.
You've already grown wings once before, or bigger wings. You didn't used to fly. When I met you, you were stuck on the ground like the rest of us. And now look at you. Those used to be sad, pathetic little nubs, and now they're
I
full
feel
blown
like you're
wings.
trying to be nice, but you're not.
I'm not good at it.
Yeah, you're
I'm
bad.
good at very few things.
I also feel like he gets more of a sympathetic reading for being a dick than I do. Just saying.
I think you're both dicks.
Yeah. I think we're dicks in different ways.
Very different.
Again, not to break up the tea party here, but if you're planning to go into this
Again,
volcano,
where's the tea?
Spill the tea.
Hoog, bring some tea in here so I can keep making this metaphor. If you're planning to go into the heart of this volcano, I can cast some protection spells on you that might help keep you from getting outright scalded to death. Maybe not protect you against the impending re-eruption that's about to happen. But
Why wouldn't you lead with that, Marcus?
That's a good question. I have the same question.
because I showed up and you're like, get out of here, was kind of...
No, you talked about nonsense for like 35 seconds, and then that's when I said get out of here because you weren't making any logical sense and you weren't contributing anything to the conversation. But if you had led with what you could contribute, like, oh, I've got these things that are gonna like make you be able to walk through the fire, that would have been helpful.
Yeah. Well, you weren't sharing any of your plans with me and basically told me to piss off, so I figured you didn't need my help.
Nice to meet you, by the way.
Hi, I'm Marcus.
Hi,
yeah,
Chris.
it's my
Hi.
ship outside. I'm going to be leaving
Coil.
soon.
Coil's his last
Yeah,
name.
Marcus Coyle.
I just remembered.
Good for you.
The rest of us couldn't.
I did it. Use
This
my
is
brain.
my new friend.
Nice to meet you.
You as well. Are you ready to go?
Sure.
Yeah, lead the way to
The volcano.
or the egg. What are we doing?
We're going to the volcano. Marcus is going to do his voodoo and protect us.
So no egg.
I mean, the egg might come into play. Maybe
Which
the
came
egg's
first,
already
the
there.
volcano or the egg?
Tell you what, you guys go do what you're going to do in the volcano. I'll go investigate the egg thing and try and collect one or two.
If I couldn't pick up the egg, you can pick up the egg.
I have a whole ship.
Hoog's pretty strong.
Maybe he's the Eggman, Cuckoo-Cachoo.
Cuckoo.
Hoog's the walrus.
That he is.
Cuckoo-Cachoo.
He
Damn
does
right.
resemble a walrus.
That's not very nice.
I think walruses are like big weird cats. Actually,
I'll take it. All right, so you tromp your way up to the lip of the volcano there. Naughty It sends a reroll to Havana Mahoney. Very good. And that other John Stewart sends a reroll to our top boy. There you go, sir.
Basic boy.
All right.
I mean, yes, but also.
He is pretty basic.
So,
If Alton was in current times, he would definitely order some like pumpkin spice.
Pumpkin
lattes.
spice is delicious.
He would definitely wear Uggs.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
They're comfortable.
In the summer.
all right. Page 2.
Crocs and Uggs and pumpkin spice. He's
Oh my.
Listen, don't hate on Crocs. Those bad boys are actually very comfortable, and they have some very stylish versions as well.
You can put pins in the holes.
They have decorative things that you can put in them. That
That's
you
what
can
I'm
buy.
talking
yeah.
about. What do you call them? Not pins?
I mean, I thought you were saying like you could put like pins in and like draw circles on your feet or something. Because that'd be cool
no,
too.
that is not what I was saying.
So
but
it's
good
stencils.
to know that
Stencil
is
shoes.
enough.
I did also think she was like, you could put it on your desk and use it to keep stationary.
Like writing utensil pens.
Well,
yeah.
now I want a croc.
An accessory for writers.
Get the Mary Jane ones. They're already in action mode.
What's action mode?
You know, when like there's like the front of the croc, like you have the strap to the front, but then if you move it to the back, it's like sport mode. So that way, if you have to go run somewhere, they're not falling off your feet.
Are people really running in their crocs?
Yeah, if they work in a hospital and they have to like get across the hospital post haste.
I want to slow
Did you just learn something?
croc
I
running
learned
video.
so
is
much
what it
here.
is.
Hospital
Yeah.
Crocs. It's been a
The nearest
never-ending
fact.
voyage of enlightenment.
The one person I knew who wore Crocs worked in a kitchen and made pot brownies so strong that people who ate them thought they were going to die.
They were the best work
It's the
shoes
only
I ever
Croc
had.
person I've known.
Where's your miniature?
They're non-slip.
in the box.
It smells like alcohol.
Very good. All right. So you clamber up. It's a long hike. It takes you probably half an hour, 45 minutes to get up to the lip of the volcano here. You know, on the one hand, it's good that it's kind of erupting in reverse. Erupting, I don't know how to describe it.
Interrupting sounds great.
Imploding.
Yeah.
Is that it? That might be
An
it.
implosion.
Inverse, inverse eruption. Because normally the wind and force that would be coming off of this thing would blow you back. But Marcus, you know, goes along with you up to the lip, and he casts, I believe it's protection from energy, or is it? I think that's what it is. I think there's an elemental resistance spell too. But let's just quick take a look.
Proud of you.
Nope. So I think it's resistance.
Flame shield.
Protection from energy. Mm-hmm.
What are all the spells of my rod at this point? It's Circle of Power. It's lightning something.
I think it's just lightning.
Lightning bolt.
Circle of Power, lightning bolt. What are the other ones? There's a time changing one.
Haste.
Haste, which we've never used.
You have not used. Mordenkainen's sword.
You did have that.
And Dimension Door.
Oh yeah, we.
Mordenkainen's Tome of Sword.
Tome of Sword.
This is a cool sword I like. I like swords. This one's sharp.
All right. So, just for your information, Circle of Power. Divine energy radiates from you, distorting and diffusing magical energy within 30 feet of you. Until the spell ends, the sphere moves with you, centered on you. For the duration, each friendly creature in the area, including you, has advantage on saving throws versus spells and other magical effects. Additionally, when an affected creature succeeds on a saving throw made against a spell or magical effect that allows it to make a saving throw to take only half damage, it instead takes no damage if it succeeds on the save. So that's what Circle of Power does. It lasts for 10 minutes. So he casts a series of spells. So he has to cast one spell on each of you. He says, all right,
in the name of the Father, the Son.
I can only, that spell lasts for an hour. So you got half an hour to get in and half an hour to get out. And you have resistance to fire at this point, each of you.
I'm so glad you made yourself useful.
Wow.
I'm going to go make myself some more useful and see if I can find any of these dragon eggs that you're talking about. That would be quite a haul. So, 60 minutes, clock is ticking. We'll have the ship here at the lip of the volcano in 59 minutes and 30 seconds.
I don't have a watch.
I'm a tiger.
I guess you're not going to want to guess wrong, huh?
Do you have have you fashioned, I don't know, what are those things? Like a pocket watch of some sort? How do you keep time here?
I think that might be challenging, what with it going backwards.
Yes, the passage of time operates a little differently here. I stopped keeping track of it a long time ago.
Oh, well, it happens. It's totally okay. Understandable.
Why are you staring at me as you say that?
As I'm talking extremely nicely to my brand new friend who understands and gets me in ways that you don't.
I don't understand how this happened.
I don't either.
All right.
Let's go!
So, you do notice that there are a series of channels that are formed, not really carved, but formed inside the cone of the volcano here. And it actually forms sort of a spiral walkway that curls around the inside of the caldera, right? Normally, you would already sort of be cooking and burning because of the hot ash and various other gases that are getting sucked through this area. But thanks to Marcus's spell, you are relatively protected from those hazards and dangers.
This is just like Zelda.
What is your marching order?
Alton first.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I've got the rod though. if we want me to go first, to just divining rod it.
That might be. Okay.
I feel as if Strum is our true leader and therefore should be in the front.
You think I'm the leader?
I
or
do.
you made me mean?
No, I'm totally serious. Like, I feel like you're way more competent and capable than Alton, and I believe in you.
I've led men into battle.
Probably to their deaths. But anyway,
Not all
yeah,
of them.
Strum should lead us.
Not all of them.
All right, so Strum, Alton, which one of you would like to go third?
I'll bring up the rear, like, in case I need to bite something.
Regardless. Stop. Look what you've done to me, Christina. I hate it.
All
But come on, that was gold.
Very good. So
Changed woman.
you can. I just need a.
Rear guard.
We're gonna do 3 either athletics or acrobatics checks to navigate our way down into the bottom of the caldera.
What if I'm flying the whole time? Do I have to
I'm
make
very acrobatic.
acrobatic?
Well, then I'll need an acrobatics check to kind of like stay out of the plume of ash and smoke, right? Because there's a lot of wind here.
Okay,
it's not
sure.
easy to. So the first one is DC 16.
Girl, you're drunk.
I am.
What are you?
Wait, are we doing, you said how many?
3 of them total.
So 18. Acrobatics?
Either acrobatics or athletics, your choice.
Okay, I got a 26.
22.
17, 18, 19, 20.
After that reroll.
So
of
dirty
the natural
20.
1.
26,
Do
20.
you have advantage on these, or what's going on?
What? No, I have +4 on acrobatics, and I rolled a 16.
Okay, what's the other die for?
You said 3.
Yeah, that's true. All right.
So I rolled the first 2. So,
All right.
So 7, 20,
22.
Blaze it.
18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 22, 20, and 7.
I have a 9, an 8, and a 14.
Ooh.
It's been a long couple of years. I don't get out much.
All right.
I have bunions. Reverse aging bunions.
Well, now she's got like tiny, like her feet are much younger than she is.
Oh, used to
I
the
love
bunions.
that.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
it.
I'm slipping around in my adult
They're
shoes
tender.
and stuff.
Uh,
She's got that thing where
So you
kids
s-
like
you
your
slip once
limbs
and
grew
you
too
slip
fast, so you're
twice.
Like,
Okay.
9 points of damage for each of you from
Thanks, bro.
the heat and the. You know what ends up happening is some of the lava that's coming up out that was coming up out of the volcano is now coming back over the edge of the lip, kind of like descending down.
Oh, it's
past you.
raining lava.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hallelujah! Stop. What have you done to me?
What did you get for your 3?
I got a 22, a 16, and a 24.
Okay,
You're
yeah.
welcome.
And what did you get?
Well, I just got a 26, and then a 20, and then a 27.
Mhm.
So
So the second time that you get hit by this stuff, you take 6 more points of damage. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, so I only got hit once, right?
Yes, for 9. Mm-hmm.
How much damage did you take?
Why do you hate me?
She took 15 total.
15. How much do you have total?
I had. What? Can I say?
You don't have to,
It's up to you.
but there's no reason not to. But it's up to you.
I had 50.
I guess instead what you could describe to me is how fucked up you look.
I'm a little banged and bruised.
Okay, but you're all right.
I'm
My
looking
face
worse
melted
for wear.
off.
I'm looking worse for wear, but I'm not bleeding out.
And you got hit too,
She took
Christina?
9.
Yeah, I've got 54.
Did
still
you take
after.
any at all? I'll cast mass healing word.
Okay.
Just
Nice.
we just gotta stay fresh and alert, and I don't like to see my buddies all singed up. So, let's do that. That's gonna be instantaneous bonus action, and it can help both of you. HP equal to 1d4 plus your spellcasting ability, which just went up. Okay, so it's y'all each can roll a d4 and then add +5, and that will be your restored HP. It'd be cool if I could give people who aren't hurt like temp HP. Would be cool.
4.
You said +5?
Oh,
Thank you.
+9. Score. That's
Nice.
That was
perfection.
+9 for me too.
Yay!
Here, let me help, and then I'll just play a little cute song on my kalimba to heal you both. It's just one of the songs from Animal Crossing.
Love it.
KK side.
All right.
It's a KK slider number.
So you descend down into the bottom of the caldera here and enter into kind of like the main chamber of the volcano, and there are some caverns and other various kind of like lava tubes that connect to this thing. But there's one particularly large one that leads off deeper into the mountain.
You're so crafty.
Pizza!
Give me pizza.
Give me pizza!
P-I-Z-Z-A.
What is happening right now?
You've never seen that? It's probably the best video.
It's Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen's like slumber party pizza party.
Yeah, it's like an old VHS, but they slowed it down by like 200%. So it's all these little girls going, "Give me pizza."
Oh, Mary Kate and Ashley, those movies were priceless.
So good.
What was the one? So that wasn't Summer in the Sun. It was whatever. We're not gonna get into it. But To Grandmother's House We Go was the best one.
What's it called?
It was like the Christmas one. It was like when they went to Grandma's house.
Oh, I don't think I saw that.
Yeah, shit was dope.
I was busy watching Parent Trap over and over again.
All right, so you begin delving into this large lava tunnel, and as
Pizza tunnel.
I mentioned, there's kind of like this flow of lava that's coming.
That's real.
That's coming from the volcano and kind of like oozing back this way, right? Obviously, like normally it would be going like this, but it's like it's retreating. These are the walls of the lava tubes here. These portions. These portions that are pure white is ground that you can walk on, but this is actual like flaming
Lava.
flaming
The floor is lava.
Right, exactly.
Oh, I do love that game.
These are pieces of rock that are kind of protruding from the lava stream that you could jump on top of, leap on top of, and kind of make your way from spot to spot. But you're going to have to kind of find a way to navigate around. Obviously, the wind is whistling through here, but it's not like as violent as coming down through this area as it was coming through the cone itself. So you might be able to fly. But everyone else is going to have to kind of find a way to navigate here.
Okay.
Tiny elf can ride my back, and I'll like hop from space to space.
Alton's pretty dexterous. I'm sure we could all make it through pretty all right.
Yeah.
Sure. Which direction?
That's my rod wig going around.
All right, it points this way.
Over this way.
No.
All right, very good. So give me some acrobatics checks. Well, Strum, you're fine. You don't need to give me any acrobatics checks. But Alton and then regardless is carrying Thriska. Is that
If that's
is that
okay with you, I'd like your consent.
Thank you for asking. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Does anyone is anyone like a dork and can't
I mean,
do dexterity checks?
I can't.
Are we doing dex or acrobatics?
acrobatics
Well,
or
they're-
athletics?
How many?
I mean, I am.
But they're
Either
both
one.
dex check, or they're both dex based, right?
But I'm going to use some of my chaos dice because I've got some to hand out. So yeah.
Why are you like this?
Yeah, so I'm gonna put 2 on everybody because I'm mean that way.
Who hurt you?
What? I mean, that's a list that.
We don't got all night.
Who hasn't? That's a
Let's
short.
talk about your damage. Roll for history.
Roll for therapy.
All right, so that's for you, and that's for you.
I'm not rolling. You just told me I'm
Oh,
not
that's right.
rolling.
I'm sorry. You're right.
I mean, I'll roll the chaos dice if you want to waste them.
No,
All right.
no,
How many?
Do I have to roll as well, or am I just hanging on?
You're only gonna have to roll if she fails. So
Okay.
this
And I got
is,
rerolls,
is
but I got
a,
2.
this is a DC 16.
Cool. I'm fantastic. I'm +7.
All right, how many?
Even with 2 minuses.
Yeah.
It's a minimum 16.
This is the first one to get like over here, and then there's going to be 1 or 2 more.
Come on, what's taking you guys so long?
I'm like, so okay, and I just do it back.
That's a plus. All right, very good.
Oh, and that's a dirty 20.
Dirty pop.
Oh, what was that
So-
about your chaos dice being
Mine-
so great, son?
Yeah, even on a -2, that's still a dirty 20 for me.
You
What? Why?
naughty it.
He wants to
Thank
kill
you.
Kyle.
I
All
just
right.
want Kyle to die from food poisoning.
Very good. Okay, so give me one more roll here, and this is going to be a DC 12. It's going to be easier than the previous one.
Got it.
18.
All right, so you managed to. You're getting the hang of navigating through the lava tube, leaping from rock to rock here. And as you enter into this large chamber, you can see that there is what looks like some sort of buried structure that's been kind of like crushed by the top of the mountain and buried underneath. You can see a pair of large double doors that are made of bound bronze, and they have what looks like the face of an enormous red dragon, like carved half and half on each side of this doorway, right? And as you get within 40 feet of this door, suddenly...
I'm so excited for high fantasy stuff.
Suddenly you see a giant robot.
Suddenly it
says, beep, beep,
happened to
I'm an
me.
alien.
Right in front of my face, it's a robot dragon.
I'm from Mars.
So suddenly a winged female form springs forth from the lava.
What up, boss chick?
Hell yeah.
Interlopers.
That's not go
What a
out.
great word. I really like your
Straight
choice
up.
of vocabulary.
Out the gate called us interlopers. That's really rude.
Who dares approach the temple of Ashardalon?
Oh my gosh, like, hi.
I can't remember
So,
when he
first
says
of all,
stuff. It's a
you
previous
look
character.
fantastic. I don't know if you've heard that before, but you look amazing. Like, just the fire and the way you came out of it, your entrance was flawless.
Your flesh-bound flattery does me nothing.
I mean, it doesn't have to. I wasn't trying to get any, like, pull with you. I just wanted you to know that you look fantastic.
I'm well aware of my looks.
Oh, word. Well, thanks for having us.
That was really polite, Rar.
I'm actually a very, very polite tiger.
All right.
I don't know if that's true.
I don't know if I asked you.
You didn't.
Right?
So read the last thing at the bottom of this page, but keep everything else to yourself.
Read out loud the last
No.
thing on the page.
But just like tell me.
Trying to get me to ruin it. I
Who
was
dares?
legitimately confused.
Don't make her ruin
Who
it.
dares?
Alton Newberry.
I'm strong.
Don't touch. It's fire. Don't touch it.
Well, we're fire resistant right now.
She is literally made out of like molten lava and flame.
I still would
and
advise
she
not.
puts her hand.
I appreciate.
All right. Yes.
We're fire resistant.
Resistant.
You'd still take 5 points of flame damage as her hands.
You have a very powerful handshake.
Is it magic though?
It is not magic. It's just straight up
Just
lava.
fucking lava.
lava.
Okay, great. I love it.
Just a lava dude.
No regerts.
Aw. But when that happens, can I look at Strum and say the bird's the word and use healing word to heal her?
If you want to.
Yeah, if you want to.
I'm okay if you don't. Then.
I mean, I know, but like, it's just a nice gesture.
That is nice.
So, bird's the word.
Do you have to touch me for that?
No.
Do you?
Don't have to ask.
So disgusted.
I would never.
How dare
We're
you.
not there yet.
I want to roar nuzzle is what I want.
You have proven your willingness to endure great pain and suffering. Do you desire an audience with
A
the
Chardon?
Great One?
A
A
Chardon?
Shardalon, the mighty. A Shardalon, the magnificent. A Shardalon. Time out, everyone.
Is that our old characters that know about a Chardalon, or is that our current characters? We've definitely met or know of a Chardalon on some.
On some level, but I don't think we met a Chardalon.
But was it like our old characters?
No, it was your current characters. Remember, you sold out. Sold a secret to that weird demon cat thing,
Oh, yeah.
and it was to loot a Chardalon's horde. You gave him a map
Yeah.
to loot the horde of Chardalon, a great dragon.
Remember when we went to the spider haunt?
Right.
And then we met that... Or no, this was something else.
No, I just sang that guy a song.
No, this is something different. I forget what it is.
Something
During last season, you had to get some information or whatever it was to defeat the blood demon,
Yeah.
the blood shadow, and you had to trade a secret to this demon cat guy. Remember the cat
In
guy?
the spider hunt.
Yeah, in the spider hunt who
You're right.
was
Yeah.
smoking the pipe. And one of the things that you
Opium. It
traded
was
him
opium.
was you traded him a map that had a secret passage into the horde of the dragon Ashardalon, or
I
one of the great
mean,
dragons.
Who had that map?
It was the twin
we were
elves.
given that map.
Yeah, it was
to
the-
specifically give to him.
Yeah. It was the twin elves had that map, and then we gave him secrets, or you gave him the map and the song, and then I gave him a secret about myself,
I didn't give him the map.
and then you're the only one who has that secret. At least the only person that exists anymore that has that Alton secret.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I got it. We should probably not bring up the whole, map thing,
No, I don't think we should.
right?
Yeah.
Do you wish an
Yes.
audience?
Yeah, totally.
Then you must prove your worthiness.
I hurt my hand.
This is not a physical challenge. It is a challenge of wits.
Oh, could it be physical? I'll fight someone. I'm pretty good at that.
I want to do a puzzle.
Okay.
Good thing we're at our wits' end.
Are we though?
If 4 of you wish to gain entrance, I will pose 4 riddles to you.
Boat.
Fuck yeah, boat!
Who
Bless you.
who would like to go first?
Not Alton.
No, not Eric.
You seem really wise. Do you want to go first?
I will take the first riddle.
I can run, but I can't walk. I have a mouth, but I can't talk. A head, but I can't think. A bed, but I can't sleep. Who am I?
So were these riddles like a group challenge? Or...
Do I have a phone a friend?
You can do them as a group challenge.
I
sure.
have a head, but wait, go one more time.
I can run, but I can't walk. A mouth, but I can't talk. A head, but I can't think. A bed, but I can't sleep.
It's
a river.
Yeah. I was gonna say faucet.
Because there's a riverbed, a river runs, the mouth of the river,
Mm-hmm.
the head of the river.
One of you has gained entrance and proven yourselves worthy.
Boat.
Are you ready for
Boat.
your next riddle?
Are they all boat?
What is a boat? Oh, shit.
I'm stumped.
I guess we'll find out about it.
This is not so much a riddle as a puzzle. A puzzle.
How puzzling.
Malachi the Wise is trapped in a sealed room with only 2 doors.
It's an ice cube.
One door leads to a ravenous red dragon, while the other one leads to a room with walls made of magnifying glass. Anyone who dares enter is charred crisp in an instant.
I love
That's
him so much.
good.
Who are you? Be my friend.
Oh my god.
So good.
Tristan and Terrell.
Thank you.
A green and yellow basket.
Oh my goodness.
Malachi the Wise is trapped in a sealed room with only 2 doors. One of the doors leads to a ravenous red dragon, while the other one leads to a room with walls made of magnifying glass. Anyone who dares enter is charred crisp in an instant. How does Malachi the Wise escape?
He waits till night.
You have one smart person amongst you. Very good.
What if it's Alaska?
I was just gonna ask the dragon nicely to go check out that sound coming from that other room and burn it. Saying.
That's a good point.
That's a good one.
Hey, buddy, what's over there?
2 birds, 1 stone.
I'm surprised
As
I'm
we
doing as
say.
well as I am, because I'm a dummy.
Let's see if that holds true. The more I take, the more I make. What are they?
The more I take, the more I make. Is it the government?
The more I take, the more I make.
The more
Is it something that can lay eggs?
take, the more I make.
is
Oh, it's a change machine.
Interest? Bank.
Is it the government?
We have money on the mind, apparently.
Right.
Right?
I think it's a change
Bank,
machine.
money,
I feel like
government.
it's like a chicken or something.
The more little seeds I eat, the more eggs I make.
Mm-hmm.
That's a chicken.
So chicken eating his own eggs.
Can't argue that logic.
The more I take, the more I make.
I
think it's a freelancer.
No, because the more, yeah,
Bobby
because the
Brown
more
said every
that
little
would be
step
the more I
take.
make, the more they take.
Right. That's all. I mean, I think it's true both ways. Honestly, is a freelancer.
Taxes.
Yeah.
Xanathar.
Alright, man.
A pickpocket.
What's to make and take?
I like thief or pickpocket.
Yeah.
Makes sense to me. If it's not the actual answer, it's still an answer.
Yeah.
Donate $50 for a clue.
Okay, skip that one.
We pass.
Skip
Pass.
Pass.
Move on. Next
One of
one.
us will wait outside. We'll see if we can get the next one.
I don't need to go in. That's fine.
Let's just kill it.
With fire. Oh, wait.
Hold on.
Pass.
Okay, pass. How does that work?
We'll come back to it.
Fucking told you.
You'll come back to it. All right. I will pose the next puzzle to you while you're pondering that riddle, which is apparently too difficult for you.
I still like thief, but
Thank you.
Speaking of thieves, Wilhelm the
Actually,
Brave needs to infiltrate a thieves' den, but does not know the password required to gain entrance. His friend Evelyn the Druid transforms into a raven and eavesdrops on anyone who comes and goes. A halfling strolls up and knocks on the door. The doorman says 12, and the halfling replies 6, and he is let in. A gnome arrives,
oh, is
and
this math?
and the
Jesus.
doorman says 6, and the gnome replies 3, and he is let in. Wilhelm is now confident that he knows the password for the entry. He walks up to the door. The doorman says 10, and Wilhelm replies 5. A wand appears through a slot in the door, and Wilhelm is asked to leave. Why? What should he have said?
What were
Wilhelm the Brave needs to infiltrate a thieves' den, but he does not know the password required to gain entrance. His friend Evelyn the Druid transforms into a raven and eavesdrops on anyone who comes and goes. A halfling strolls up and knocks on the door. The doorman says 12, and the halfling replies 6, and he is let in. A gnome arrives, and the doorman says 6, and the gnome replies 3, and the gnome is let in. Wilhelm is now confident that he knows the password for the entry. He walks up to the door. The doorman says 10, and Wilhelm replies 5. A wand appears through a slot in the door, and Wilhelm is asked to leave. Why? What should he have said?
0. What if it's going progressively lower? Maybe that's the trick of it. If it's like,
If it was like intervals of 6.
yeah,
Yeah.
and the next one would be 0, and then it would go back up to 3.
Well, 12.
Fucking math.
Yeah, I didn't come here to do math, so I'm just gonna not. I'm gonna pretend like I'm thinking, but I want you to know I'm not.
Where did the 10 come from? You know, if it's progressing, it's
10
12, 6,
10 to
6,
6 is
3,
4.
and then 10.
6 to 12 is 6. So maybe it's just going down. 3. Yeah, I don't know. Is it like have nothing to do with math? And it's like Evelyn the druid was the one eavesdropping and she's not the one going in. How would his friend fucking know anything about the code?
10.
10, 10?
10, 10. Yeah.
Are you just saying a number, or is there a like a math logic behind it, or a different logic behind it? What's my tummy making that noise for?
Pretty much was just like, oh, each of these goes into it 2 times, so maybe it doubles at that point, and then it becomes like 20. Like 10 times 2 is 20. So, and then half of that would be 10. Don't roll your eyes at my math. I'm trying here.
Maybe it has something to do with what kind of creatures they were. A halfling, half.
And then a gnome.
A gnome.
So no.
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 But I don't know.
Which is what we're saying to this puzzle.
Pass. We'll come back to this one.
Pass. Final answer. I was thinking about that too. If it had something to do with their...
But we don't know the...
Halfling and gnome, but what's that
Wilhelm.
motherfucker Wilhelm?
Wilhelm.
What is he?
What's he?
No,
We
he's a
don't know.
scream.
Not specified.
But Evelyn's
So
a
throw that
raven.
Evelyn does not approach the door.
I know. I'm trying to do this without doing math, okay?
How about we have a roll off?
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. Let me roll for knowing this shit.
I will give you an intelligence check to try and get a clue of some kind.
I think I'm the smartest.
DC 15.
Ooh, nat 20.
Oh!
Nat 20.
Can't confirm. I see that cracking.
I see that cracking. Cracking dice.
Oh
my god.
So your clue is that it has something to do with math, but it does not involve addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division.
Geometry.
Trig?
Addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division. That's every single math there is.
There's no other math.
There's
That's
no
all
other
the
math.
maths.
Can I, like, just really quick throw
Fine.
everything off of this table, like, in frustration? Just saying.
I mean,
That was so
Look, I
scary.
killed her! We win!
So,
Sorry.
Who said zero?
anger
Someone said
issues.
zero.
We only had like an hour on those charms. We're just chilling here getting burned alive thinking about them.
Slowly cooking.
Just
I'm
slowly.
thinking about the other one, and the only thing I can think of is picture, but that doesn't make sense.
I've forgotten the other one entirely.
The more I
so
take, the more
that's-
I make.
Oh.
The more pictures you take, the more pictures you make. I don't know.
Obviously, you
The more
never
I
had a
take, the
career
more I
in
make.
photography.
I still think that Thief was right on that.
What?
I still think Thief was right on that. The more I take, the more I make.
I don't hate that at all. I like
Yeah.
it.
Well, if past experiences taught me anything from the past 2 riddles, as soon as somebody says the right answer, he's like, "Yeah, you got it."
So we haven't said it yet. But he could have
So,
fallen asleep.
Yeah, that's true. It's not
He's asleep.
prime.
See, look, he's asleep.
Everyone just
Not multiplication, or addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division.
3 is prime, 6 is not, 12 is not, 10 is not.
Why don't we just send 2 people inside and call this shit a day?
I'm not opposed to the idea.
Right? I say Strum is the most important piece of the puzzle. So we send Strum in and then Alton.
You just want some alone time with me?
Oh, yeah.
I want to hang out for a little bit.
That'd be nice to
Okay.
bond.
Alright.
I I trust their judgment. So it's not 10.
Can I get a
It's
clue on
not
that?
0.
That third riddle that we didn't go for? The more I take, the more I make?
Sure.
What have we got?
Who else got above a 15 on that last?
I got a 20. I
You
should
got- you
know
got a-
the answer.
you
I
got
got a
20.
natural 20.
I just got a natural 20.
We should both just
I
know
had
the
17.
answer.
How many times did you roll?
I kept rolling outside, so I didn't count any.
I was 17 with my mind.
You get a 17?
Yeah.
So the clue I would give you is that there are different ways to think of numbers. The numbers that are mentioned.
No, colors. 6 feels like a yellow.
10's like a blue.
What does 12 sound like? A dozen. What's 6? That's half a dozen. What's 6 again? It's half a dozen. Eggs. The answer's eggs. No? There are other ways to think of numbers. Oh, maybe they're shaped like... What does 12 look like?
You're doing it like Codebreaker style.
Yeah.
I don't trust Tom's brain to not do it that way.
What about that take make on a nat 20?
Thief was right. It's oxygen.
Have we considered both?
What do thieves not make?
Money.
Noise?
Noise. The more noise I take, the less I make. What?
What did they something?
What do thieves not make?
Noise. Friends.
Gold.
Is it friendship? The more I take, the more I make. Oh, it's friendship.
Aww.
Oh,
An important lesson learned.
right.
Sound.
I think it's I mean the more gold they take, the more treasure they take, the more they make. The more
sound they make. Wait.
Okay,
The more
so
sound
12
they
is
take.
L. 12
The more-
is L.
the more risk they take, the more they make.
These are all valid answers as far as I'm concerned.
I'm proud of us.
When you say noise, what sort of noise?
Screams.
Nightmarish screams.
Oh, groans.
Awaking them.
Sexual groans. Yeah. More of those you take, the
Uh,
more you make.
When I think of thieves, I think they definitely try to avoid making sexual groans.
We've had very
I
different
thought they avoid
experiences with
making, like,
thieves,
a
apparently.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna steal this.
We're on the right track with sound, though, apparently.
Say silence.
Word association games. Silence. Sound.
Noise.
Noise.
Noise
Yeah,
complaint.
what kind of noise do they not make?
Loud noise.
Clatter.
A peep.
I went for a Santa Claus reference there. You know.
Steps.
Thank you.
I rose.
Footsteps.
Oh, it's steps.
Yeah.
The more steps you take, the more noise you make.
Ding ding. One riddle left.
I really
We've
feel
aged
like
85 years in this house.
No, 'cause
like
we-
me IRL. Yes, I have.
All right, now we just have to do math without math.
Who is synesthesia? I think this is how I do it.
Yes.
I don't know what that is.
What?
Synesthesia. Oh my gosh. So you need to listen to Wow in the World. It's a great podcast. It's great. They explain stuff for children. You'll get it.
Probably not.
The other clue I would give you would be to write it out.
No.
Are you talking about that, like the alphabet chart? Because
Oh, the answer's 3. The answer's 3. 10 has 3 letters in it.
Oh.
You have proven your worth.
Oh my god.
Enter onto the great vault of Ashardalon, the mighty Ashardalon.
John,
the
this is why I
magnificent.
call you our leader, because you're so brilliant. That was like the smartest thing I've ever seen.
Ashardalon,
You are.
the
welcome.
undying.
Are you gonna be here the whole time? Are you gonna wait out here?
Oh, I don't know what's about to happen into this. Ooh. Oh my gosh, this looks like we're in Mario.
Do, 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 do.
Actually, no.
You're right. Bowser's
No, it would be
Castle.
like-
Banana.
Banana.
All right, so the doors open, and you find yourselves in a great, what looks like what used to be a courtyard of some kind. This is obviously the lava tube, kind of like crags encroaching on this buried.
The aggro crag?
What may have at one time been.
Take the leaderboards, Mo.
Oh, like I said, it's like a courtyard. So lava has flowed up to these walkways. That you're up a little bit higher, and then this descends down. There's this walkway that goes across, then goes back up. It goes up here, to two. One almost look like kind of like sepulcher-like structures on either side. Ooh. And at the very rear...
We have dragons. You didn't have to buy one.
Of the...
Don't shame him.
The very rear of the chasm.
I love a rear chasm.
A great roar as the booming voice of a Chardalon says... Who dares disturb my slumber?
I'm waiting for this to be like a giant Tsum Tsum or something.
Oh boy.
Did you play a lot of, did you do a lot of Molten Core runs in World of Warcraft? Because that's just...
No.
I'm getting a very Molten Core vibe. Interlopers, who dares disturb my son? Are we fighting Ragnaros right now?
Because we
already went to Blackwing Lair to get the fire resist. So we can run through it faster.
It's going to be a yikes for me.
I'm going to die alone.
That one goes, let's see.
Major Domo's chest is there.
Are you sad about it or are you laughing?
Both. It's definitely both.
Ouch.
Both.
All right. Fair enough.
Do you help, Tom?
I don't. Do I need help? Maybe.
I can talk more about Molten Core. So the thing is...
This is building the suspense so terribly.
I'd somehow rather talk about Minecraft. I don't know how, but that's where we're at. Creepers, huh? What did the one creeper say to the other one? That is correct.
That was the correct answer.
Another riddle. Oh, I forgot about my big baby boy. He's probably on the ship then.
How do you have a baby?
Well, he's my Kyle's character Badger. When we were rummaging through
Treasure Vault,
a treasure and tomb, perhaps, found an amulet, and the amulet actually connected me to. He gave it to me, and then it connected me to this
shield guardian.
Big robo baby.
It's like a shield guardian amulet.
And it's imprinted on me, and now I'm its mom.
So you're the girl from Spider-Verse that has the...
Oh.
Yeah. That's what that sounds like.
Yeah. Strum is pretty anime.
Not exactly working the way that I want it to, but guess what? It's just the way it is.
Roll with it.
We're
going to love it. We're going to all say one nice thing about it.
Round robin style. Popcorn style.
Popcorn.
Yeah.
Zip zap top.
No, we're not going to play Zip Zap Zap.
But what if we
What did you do to die today?
Swiss wristwatch, Irish wristwatch. Red leather.
I don't miss theater class.
Rubber baby buggy bumpers.
Oh, also, while we have a moment,
Yes.
It Takes Two is far better than Parent Trap.
I don't think I've seen that.
Kirstie Alley.
Yes.
I obviously need to revisit some Olsen Twins media.
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
Also, I just need to visit them again. It's been so long.
The thing about It Takes Two is I think it's the one where I think It Takes Two was the one where they were split up at birth and never told, whereas Parent Trap, they just happened to look the same. So it's actually...
Well, there weren't...
I think both movies, actually, they're split at birth.
Are they?
Yeah.
So both of them are dark.
Both of them are. Yeah.
All right. I give up on this. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to attach the wings to this, but...
Oh, yeah, it looks terrible right now.
Yeah, it's terrible. So...
Can I just hold those?
Normally, these kind of attach on here somehow, but I can't figure out how.
mean,
It looks pretty impressive.
I could if you
is,
wanted
yeah.
me to, but that's fine. I don't want to play with toys.
There we go.
That's weird.
Wait, do you know how to put the wings on her?
No, but
Oh.
I could like figure it out maybe.
I'm sure. All right.
I love it. It's so cool. I love its
So-
fire mohawk.
A Chardalon bellows with rage. Who dare disturb my slumber?
This is how I want to die.
A Chardon just smushes you.
Trapped in a volcano.
Do you want to
Just
try
like
and
the Care Bears.
parlay with this thing,
Can we do
or
a Care Bears dare to save our lives?
Yeah, let's Care Bears stare it.
do you want to go directly to initiative?
I will.
Initiative.
I will.
A Chardalon's reasonable.
Yeah, Alton will step forward and go, "Oh, greater Chardalon, we humbly beseech you to grant us pathetic creatures an audience."
You have proven your worth against my guardian. I do not see any reason not to grant you an audience.
We appreciate it.
We nailed those riddles first try. No hands. So smart.
Mm-hmm.
I
Approach that I may recognize you.
I do.
All right. How close are you going to get?
I will
Let's
get.
go to the fork.
Yeah, the fork.
Mm-hmm.
Are y'all okay with the fork?
I'd like to hang back a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Little closer, maybe at the foot of the step.
Sure.
Yeah.
Cool. What about you, Roar?
I'm gonna hang back just a bit because this thing is making me sick to look at.
You want to stay together?
Yes,
Yeah.
please. Yes, please.
Can you back Roar up?
back that roar up?
Back that roar up.
And I'll
If you
be
face
right
the
behind
Chardalon,
Roar
back
then.
that-
Just like, yeah,
Nice.
thank you.
Mm-hmm.
You got a stupid boy yet?
Okay.
Oh, magnificent Chardalon. As you would probably know, this world is not what it used to be. Imagine a being of your immense gravitas would understand that things are not good in whatever we call this, the primordium.
Yes, the world is descending into chaos.
Well, as strange as it might seem, I believe we few here might be the only ones that can arrest that descent and maybe even turn it back the tides of chaos.
You have a way to remake the world?
It seems as though, yes. You see, we also are from the old world, but before its destruction was saved by beings, the Crystal Guardians, I believe they were called, unless I'm mistaken, I don't remember
They
what.
trapped us in gooey egg sacks.
They saved us from just before the moments of the calamity and brought us to this moment in order to repair or arrest or somehow help.
Ah, yes. You speak of those who watch over the universe. Tessarian and his ilk.
Right, yeah.
Yes.
They're sparkly.
So, it seems the words my Grand Vizier and High Priest spoke to me have turned out to be true. You have brought me the Rod of 7 Parts.
Well,
I don't-
brought you
I don't-
7. These are all a lot of
Do we
words.
have I don't remember us having a rod. We haven't gotten that far yet. I don't. Honestly, we're very new to this. We just started a few days ago. We have a ship.
You have a very fine ass, but you are terrible at lying.
That is not true. I am fantastic at lying, and I will prove otherwise. I'm very deceptive.
Wow, you can't even.
22.
22.
19 plus 3. I assure you, if we were... I don't even really fully understand what this rod is. If
It is the sealing rod. Once the world is remade, the sealing rod fixes it in place. It contains the chaos of the universe in an item or a beast. In our previous incarnation of the world, that beast you knew as the Tarask.
Ayy. Face
So-
down, Nebraska.
You-
Yay.
You know, while you say that, some of that does start to make certain things make sense. Correct? Yes.
Yes.
May I ask what your interest in such a device would be?
I should like to remake the world and fix it according to my vision.
And what's your vision exactly?
A world where fire rules supreme, where strength of tooth and claw outwits any weak mortal flesh.
You know,
Oh,
that sounds.
Where the mighty preside over the weak.
I mean, that sounds fantastic. Honestly, I'm just logistically, I don't think that works.
You're gonna have no people to eat if they all burn to death.
I shall
Exactly.
farm them like the sheep they are.
I'm
I
calling this
mean-
shit the tiger.
You'll be fine.
Okay, but have you considered, like, I don't know, like other ways of, like, rebuilding the world? Maybe you've heard someone talk about how they want to rebuild the world and you're like, that doesn't sound too bad.
Yeah.
There is only one way to rebuild the world. Without the Rod of Seven Parts, chaos will inevitably consume the multiverse yet again.
Right. So you're saying you have the rod.
Do you have the rod?
You would be so strong and powerful if you had it.
I have many things, but I do not have the rod.
A piece of the rod?
I have many things, but I do not have a piece of the rod.
Can I do an insight check?
Oh my gosh, like a deck of many things? We saw one of those before.
I do not bother myself with such trivial creations.
You don't even have a small deck?
I assure you, my deck is quite large and bony.
I assure you, my deck has never been complained about. It has been adequate every time.
21 for insight.
He is definitely holding something back. You're not sure what
Is
it
it a
is,
sneeze?
but when he says, I do not have the rod, like something about the way that
He winks.
he says that makes you...
His eyes.
A big dragon doing that.
He clearly knows about the rod somehow, and
Does someone you know have the rod?
Like, do you have a minion, or like, is it in a drawer, or like a sock drawer?
Okay, tell me if I'm getting hot or cold.
he's been right about so many things. He has long been my most trusted friend, the high priest of my order, the one mortal being on whom I can inevitably count. My friend, is it not time that you show yourself?
Is it Genji?
And suddenly,
It
the
better
door
not be.
opens,
Better
and
not
you
be.
see...
It better not be.
I don't know why we put all the miniatures so far away.
What kind of
What do you need
miniature?
help with?
I'm just going to use Marcus for now. But it's not
We
Marcus.
can make Dom get a miniature. He's not doing anything. Of
Dom, get me...
What are you eating, Dom?
Gum. I'm eating
You're not
gum.
supposed to eat that. You're supposed to chew it.
Just give me a skinny evil guy.
Skinny evil guy coming right up, Tom.
And over here, there's, these things are also made of bronze, right? These large bronze structure, beaten bronze. And over here, the door of one of these structures swings open. And you see, oh yeah, that's great. I'm going to put them on this side.
What the
So
fuck
that
is that?
chat can see them. You see a tall, emaciated, horned figure, and he has pale white skin. He has piercing, beady red eyes. He has long, fanged
It's
teeth.
Genji, right?
Gotheus.
Oh, it's fucking gold.
It is I, Gulthius.
Oh my god. What a turd! How many times are we gonna kill
I
him?
see you have brought me 2 gifts. One, the rod of 7 parts. The other, my beloved.
What? Dog!
Excuse you? Get off my girl.
Also, that's illegal. She's a teenager.
You're a nasty.
I'm 18, okay?
Yeah,
okay.
But he's a vampire, so it's somehow
It's weird,
okay now.
How do you think she suspended the inevitable doom which was about to descend upon her? I gave her the gift of eternal youth.
I don't know. I think she's dying.
Rude.
That's what you said. You said you're aging backwards and soon you'll perish. You said that.
Oh my gosh. Was our whole friendship built on like a lie?
Show them the truth, my darling. Show them what you have truly become.
Oh my god!
Alright.
You act like I don't already have trust issues and you do this to me?
This is why
How
you don't
dare
immediately
you?
trust everyone we meet.
You loved her more than us within 2 seconds of meeting her. I'm so embarrassed.
Because she was appealing and delightful. How could you
This is
do
the
this?
demon
No, I
witches
want you
all
to
over
look
again.
at me and look at the pain you caused.
Okay, wait. What happens?
Without making eye contact with her, I'd like to assume my vampire form.
All right. Very good. Yes.
I feel so betrayed.
Wait, what?
So suddenly she's enveloped in this shroud of necromantic energy that just like consumes her, and you see that her hair burn away, her skin become pale flesh, and again her eyes sprout into these piercing, glowing pink pupils, and she grows long fangs and vicious claws.
Oh, you look beautiful.
How's her butt?
Oh yeah, please roll for that
I need to roll
vampire
for
butt.
that.
2d6, please. Yeah.
2d6.
Mhm.
Wait, I don't have a second one. We'll do this
That's
twice.
fine.
Build the suspense.
I would
guys.
let you
We're
borrow
starting with
mine, but you're a
solid
horrible
five.
person.
That's a solid 6.
Oh, it is not a good butt. No.
Okay.
It's a saggy old vamp butt.
Maybe when I wasn't in my vampire form, it was better. All right.
Before the masquerade fell.
Okay, so what does this mean?
I don't know. Who is that? What is you? I don't understand because a lot of this is characters that haven't been born yet.
Is this like, is your name actually Thriska?
My name is Thriska, yes. Gulthias, what do you want with them?
Oh, I think I get it. I think
I merely want them to hand over the rod so that my master may take control of it.
she was waiting for us, but she got worried that she wouldn't make it, so she made a deal with him and then that's how this happened.
So maybe we're
So
still
you
friends?
did, like, love me?
And I'd just like to very subtly, very quietly put a hand. And right back to where I was scratching your ear earlier.
But
No,
I
it doesn't
drained
work
5
anymore.
points of life from your body.
And cast Finger of Death.
Your scratch.
How could this happen to me?
Question. Who the fuck are you?
I am Guthius, High Priest of Ashar-Lan,
You're a piece
Well-
of shit.
Master Vampire,
Boo.
Well, Gothius,
Anointed One of His Greatness,
Boo.
Ashar-Lan, the Undying.
well, it's lovely to meet you. My name is Alton Newberry. I'm the top boy, and I'm probably the fucker who's about to kill you.
All right, very good. Let's roll for initiative.
Shit.
Yeah.
We come from the land of the ice and snow.
Kill that motherfucker.
Oh god.
I have to say, last week when I was doing maps, I watched all of Thor Ragnarok.
Yes.
And the beginning of that, when that song comes out, is just so badass.
I just love him, like, spinning around and, like, trying to make his point while he's just, like... I'm like, I just don't... I'm really, like, can Roar just be in a corner just, like, stunned into silence because she's so hurt right now? That's how I feel.
You can, but I feel like your friends are going to need you. Maybe I'm wrong.
I have no friends, apparently.
Oh, wow.
I feel like that's of her own making.
Because we're like, hey, Raw, we love you. Fuck you. I love demons.
And vampire bitches.
In a nutshell, I only love things that are possibly
Fuck
inherently...
you, Dad.
You're not my real friend. This rocks my friend.
Oh boy. All right, so Gulthius got a 2. He is either overconfident or just not reading the situation. He thought maybe you were going to talk some
Maybe
more.
he's super intimidated by Alton Newberry, the top boy.
Possible.
booty.
He's about to be very intimidated when we see what happens next. So who's 20 and above?
Oh, I didn't even roll yet. My
20,
bad.
not natural.
Dirty
What is
twat.
it, initiative?
Yeah, initiative.
You're an initiative.
Got him.
Oh.
Damn. You ever been burned so bad before?
Someone called the fire department because he got burned.
20,
I don't think we
19,
should call
18,
the fire
17,
department. It's not an
16,
emergency.
15, 14.
Oh,
13.
sorry. Are you counting?
Yeah.
18.
18.
15.
Did you get to 7 yet?
No, but I can.
Okay, cool.
All right, that looks like our order.
Beep-a-beep-a-beep-a-ba.
I think Chardalon is going to watch for the moment and enjoy
He would.
how this plays out. So,
He would.
What is Morton Can's sword?
banana
There's
ham
a
hock.
spell in here somewhere.
By the
But
way,
what is it? It's
I
like
should
a-
clarify something.
I
Thanks
think
to
it's
our
a magical sword that floats.
Thanks to our generous donors on the other side of the internet, a faction boon has been unlocked this fine evening. Tonight's #1 donation has been to the Fangwild Frenzy, which is a savage horde of barbarians. What that means is any melee attack which takes place does an additional 2d6 damage on top of what it normally would.
What?
Does not apply to ranged attacks.
We're gonna kill a shot alone.
But extra 2d6 damage to any melee weapon attack tonight at the table. All right, so with that in mind, Thriska, now that your true nature has been revealed,
Like mage weapon.
Yeah, and it can.
you act first, so you get to act on your own in your own accord as to however you wish to act.
In terms of distance, how many feet am I from...
So each square is 5.
From Gulthius?
Yeah.
Yeah, so 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 feet, I'm going to say.
Okay. So can I head on over to be right behind Strum over there?
Yeah, you can very easily do that.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not blocked by that corner, right? I can...
No, so this is a walkway above lava, right?
Okay.
These are pools of lava, and actually, as you look closer, or as you kind of get closer to the center of the room, you can tell that just under the surface of the lava, the way it's burbling and murmuring.
Burbling and murmuring.
Burbling and murmuring. It seems like there's probably something in the lava, but you're not sure what.
I hope it's snakes.
I hope it's not, if I'm just being honest.
Fire snakes.
All right, very good. So you have moved. You have an action.
Yes.
Mhm.
I would like to make an attack on my dearly beloved.
Whoa, this is also a twist.
Yep.
Love too strong.
Thank you. Aiming straight for the heart there.
Oh.
And you're to blame.
And
You give love a bad name.
Yeah. Yes. I think that's what I'm doing.
I too listen to K Earth 101.
Oh boy.
It sounds like a Christian channel.
It's not.
I like those ads for that one station that's supposed to be like, just relax, positivity, kindness.
I've never heard that. No.
There's signs like all over. Maybe it's just in Montebello.
All I listen to is smooth jazz.
The only signs I
20.
see are for La Raza.
20 hits.
I would say yes.
Okay, so can I use my hunter's aim then?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, so we have 1d8 plus 5.
You can use my dice if you need to.
Thank you.
What's the context
so-
that you're shooting your lover?
A better lover.
He made her look real ugly. Like, why wouldn't you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I
he
think
gave
she
me this
still looks
ass
nice.
as a vampire.
Okay,
Alright?
yeah.
You know how good that thing was before I became a vampire?
Like, you had a great ass, then you got older and older, but then you started to get younger and younger, and then...
Okay, so that was, did I say that was 8? 5, and then a 6, and a 3.
Math.
So I've got 19 there. All right,
That's my
very
Deus,
good.
that's my Deus.
I'm trying to
That's my
remember
Deus,
if your
that's my
attacks
Deus.
count as magical.
I was beating super still.
I don't think they do.
You've never seen Amadeus?
Oh, I guess I have. It's been a very long time.
Well, there's a
Okay.
song.
So your arrow attacks are not magical, so he takes half
I don't
damage.
think that
from
song is
All
in the
right,
movie
so,
Amadeus.
So where you think he
Oh,
should probably
well, then why'd
take
you
almost 20
reference
points of damage, he only takes 9. It does not wound him as grievously as the betrayal which touches his heart.
Ooh.
But
All
why
right.
are you betraying him?
So betrayed.
You tell us.
You tell
us like I'll know.
Tell us.
Strum Thrum, your turn.
I use my full action to interrogate.
Yeah. You tell us.
Wait, why did you shoot your lover?
Can I use that as my free action?
You can say whatever you want to her, sure.
What's happening?
I was dying and I made a deal because I didn't know if I would live long enough to help you see your mission through. I waited for so long and nobody came.
But what if he dies? Will you die too?
Do I know if that's how that works?
It's like
It
Portrait
matters
of
not,
Dorian Gray.
Strum. I swore to my granddaughter that I would lay down my life to aid you in your journey.
I was thinking we could do puzzles later.
We'll put a pin in that. We'll get there when we get there.
What if you shrivel into a raisin? Or turn into a cricket? With that,
With that, I open up on this.
with that, I'm going to use my bonus action to. Yeah, I can move just enough. I'm going to use my bonus action to imbue my short sword with blinding smite.
Okay.
And next time I hit a creature with a melee weapon, during the spell's duration, flares up with a bright light and deals an extra 3d8 of radiant damage. And I believe there's a 2d6 on top of that since it's melee. So
That's right.
we're going for it. How could you? That's what Trump says. She's very bad at melee. I don't know. And she runs up and tries to stab him.
All right.
You're a bad man.
Why are you like this?
What led you to this place?
So 17 plus 7.
That hits.
So 20. Yeah. Okay, and then the regular damage is 1d6, but I get some extra d6s, right? Since it's
Yes.
melee.
3d6 total. Mm-hmm.
3d6. And then
What weapon
so
are
this
you
is
using?
regular damage.
Mhm.
Oh my god. Can I reroll damage?
Wow, no, you cannot.
Well, that's somehow 6
3d6?
of regular damage.
Uh-huh.
And then I've got 3d8 of radiant damage.
Yes.
I imagine as a vampire, he will not like that. You know what I mean? Do y'all know what I mean?
I
do.
Jinxers. 7, that's 10, that's 18 radiant damage to the face.
Okay.
Or wherever.
All right. Very good. That that definitely burns as it. You. What weapon are you using?
My short sword.
Short sword, yes. So you cleave at Gulthius with your short sword, and the initial slash doesn't seem to affect him very much, and then your blade bursts with bright sunlight and radiant energy, and he hisses as the flesh sears and begins to smoke.
Okay, that was my bonus action, my full movement, and my
your
action.
attack.
So,
You are out of it.
and I'm right next to him. This is gonna go well.
Regardless.
Oh no, she's too wounded.
No. Actually, I just want to, make direct eye contact from where I am. And they're within 60 feet, y'all.
Let's see. 10, 20, 30, 40. Yeah, they're within 60 feet. Mm-hmm.
You're never hurting her again. Feel the wrath of my dissonant whispers. And I'd like to cast second level Dissonant Whispers. You need to succeed on a wisdom save of 12, or you're getting 66 of damage, son.
Okay. All right. I have a question about that spell, but the DC is 12?
Mm-hmm.
All right, very good. I just want to make sure what type of spell it is.
Psychic damage. It's an instantaneous spell.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Whisper a discordant melody that only one creature of your choice within range can hear. Racking up a terrible pain, the target must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, it takes 3d6 psychic damage and must immediately use its reaction, if available, to move as far as its speed allows away from you. Creature doesn't move into obviously dangerous ground, such as a fire or a pit. On a successful save, the target takes half as much damage and doesn't have to move away. A different creature automatically succeeds on the save.
So the DC is 12?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Did you say jam?
Will you give me a tiny jam?
I got a 15.
This is so embarrassing.
Well, you still gonna take some damage, son.
All right, roll that damage, half damage. Huh? Huh?
Get him! Get him, Raw! Get him!
Let's see.
Reroll that. Reroll that. It's out of the box. It doesn't count.
All right, that's 7.
All right, very good. Anything else?
bastard.
Anything else you would like to do? Do you want to move at all, or?
Ooh,
I want to move closer and also say, suck it.
How much?
I was waiting for
How much
the
closer
quip.
do you want to move?
Nah, just like, maybe I'll get a little bit closer to my betrayer.
Here, like this.
She seems to be helping us, so I'm confused.
Because I'm still hurt, okay?
She did
Just
it
because you
for
did
us.
this,
She did it.
let me process my feelings, okay?
You
I don't
need
tell
a-
you how to deal with your shit.
You need a therapist.
You constantly tell us how to deal with our shit.
That's all you do.
In a helpful and great way.
No. Whatever the opposite of that.
You've told me several times to kill myself.
I am not.
Oh my god.
That may be
That's
what you
not
inferred.
true. That's not true.
All right, Alton Newberry.
All right, Alton's gonna move up to him. I can't reach, but he walk over there. Thank you. All the way up.
Up in there.
All right,
Motherfuckers.
I'm
Space.
gonna slash at him, and then I'm gonna make this a goading attack, which is one of my new combat maneuvers.
Oh, so he has to pay attention to you.
Yeah, we'll see if we hit
We'll
first.
see.
I need that for my
uh,
soft little bird body.
Yeah, so that is, let's see, probably enough. Let's see, that's plus 9 to hit. So that's dirty 20.
That hits.
All right, he's going to have to make a DC 15 wisdom save.
Christina, what did you heal? That look was my favorite look of all time. What did you heal me for earlier?
Cool.
Um,
2 chaos to you.
Hold on.
Uh-huh. That's cocked.
Yeah.
I don't think it matters.
No, it doesn't.
So that offsets.
3d4 plus
so
1.
he gets a
Okay,
21.
thank you.
All right, that's fine. But I still get to add my
Wait, 3d4?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what the fuck is that spell?
With healing word, first level. Or no, with this, I did it at second level. Creature of your choice you can stay within range regains hit points equal to 1d4 plus your spell.
Oh,
count.
1d4. I thought you said 3d4.
Okay.
I was like,
It says
what the-
regain 3d4 plus 1 hit points.
Right, I thought you said 3d4. Like I would roll 3d4.
Okay. So I get 2d6 because of our thingamabobber, our who's it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, from the faction boon. Mhm.
I do a d8 for the weapon. He's clearly undead, so I do another d8, and then I get another d8 for my superiority die.
Yes.
So, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. 6, 12, 15, 16, 17, 20 total damage, radiant.
20 damage.
Yeah,
Mhm.
radiant.
All right.
Then I will attack again, goading him again,
Okay.
being like, "You're pathetic." I'm going to probably re-roll that because, or should I? It's still no. I'm not going to re-roll that because I'm plus 9 to hit, so that's 18 to hit.
18 hits.
Yeah, so I don't have to. So another goading attack, DC 15, wisdom save, 2 chaos dice, because why not? Actually, 3 chaos dice.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
So that's 10.
Okay.
Plus 8 is 18.
Okay, that's fine. I still do a crap load of die. worth of damage to you. Is that all of them? Yeah. So that's let's see, 5,
So
10.
10, 19, 21, 22.
22.
Okay.
Radiant.
Radiant, darling.
Cool.
Mhm.
Radiant damage. Then, so it's zoom, zoom. How does he look?
His
for
flesh is smoking. He doesn't look great.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right.
What's he smell like, though?
That's. we'll call
He
it that.
smells like a burnt dog turd.
Is that his normal odor? Or I suppose I should ask you.
Unusual.
Is that normal?
All right.
Uh-huh.
That is
Poor
Alton's turn.
hygiene.
Why do you think I'm trying to get out of this marriage?
That is Alton's turn.
Because the dog poo smell.
All right.
Burnt dog poo.
Very good. Very good. So,
Christina's plotting.
first of all, now it's his turn. Gulthius says, "Assist me, my beloved." I need to make a DC 16 wisdom
No!
save. DC 16 wisdom save.
I really don't like you.
Oh.
Gulthius.
That's a 16.
All right. You resist his
Nice.
his compulsion that he had.
You don't need that,
tries to
man.
Beset
I
upon you.
believe in you.
Also, Tap Girl 301 gives you another reroll.
Thank you,
So
Tap
keep
Girl.
those in mind. The way that rerolls work is it's 1 coin to reroll once, 2 coins to reroll again, 3 coins to reroll a third time, right? So it starts to add up if you want to
Per
keep
turn.
rolling the same thing.
Got it. It resets
Yeah,
next time.
But if it's a different check, it resets.
Cool.
All right. So
Shut up, Eric.
I can't help it.
Can I ask a technical question?
Yes.
Just in terms of my abilities, would I know if the special attacks that I have as a vampire, if other vampires are still susceptible to them?
Good question.
Well, you know that your claw attacks would count as magical attacks, right? You know that if they're undead, they're probably resistant to necrotic damage. So that whatever if you have necrotic bonuses, those probably would not be as effective. But in terms of a magic claw attack versus a non-magical bow attack, that's hard to say, right?
Okay.
Like, you have to weigh that out with whatever stats you have there. But,
Cool.
you can generally assume that whatever powers you gained are probably derived from Gulthius. Does that answer your question
thank you.
specifically enough?
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Very good. Very good. All right. So...
That sounded mildly like Good King Wenceslas.
I don't know who that is.
Good King Wenceslas looked down on the feet of Steve.
And so, at this
Never heard of
point...
it called.
Let's see. That's not really gonna work very
It's
well.
also public domain.
So
Sing
at
the
this
whole
point,
song then?
he
Yeah.
raises a hand in the air and says, "I call upon you, my master, to destroy these infidels."
Oh, you calling daddy?
And suddenly, what is the
Is he
name of
casting a
this?
spell?
He is casting a spell.
Well,
yes.
when a creature within 5 feet of me casts a spell, I can use my reaction to make a weapon attack against that creature.
All right.
Because I am a mage slayer.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I have counter charm.
So that's a dirty 20.
That hits.
All right. And take a crap load of dice. We will take that 6, 12, 22 radiant damage.
Okay. Very good. He does not look good,
He didn't look good to begin with.
but
Ooh.
he
That's
is
a good point.
still in the fight.
I agree with that.
All right. So he summons down a column of divine fire which roars down upon you.
Good thing we're fire
Excuse me?
resistant.
That does what now?
Yeah.
By column of fire, do you mean?
Give me a dexterity
Roars
save,
down?
DC 16, please. Dexterity save.
Don't we have resistance?
And you have 2 fire, but not to the divine radiant damage that is also involved. And I'm going to put 2 chaos dice on each of you. So
Well,
you can roll
I
those.
never.
You can roll those.
And what
DC
kind-
16 dexterity saving
Dex
throw, please.
save.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, 15 minus 2, but then
Ooh,
plus 7. So.
All right.
16 plus 4, so 20.
20?
30,
All right,
20.
you each make it. So you're going to take half of this.
Chaos dice.
Well, you made your save, so you're going to take a quarter of this. All right, so that's 5 and 3 is 8, so you're going to take 2 points of fire damage, and then you're going to take half of this.
I'm unconscious.
So...
So you're unconscious?
Yeah, I was joking.
I was about to say, like, when did you take damage, bro?
So that's 13, so you take half of that, that's 6. So 8 points total. Boy, that was underwhelming.
I wish Jorvin was here.
What would Jorvin do? What?
Something cool.
All right. That brings us
Listen
around to
here,
the
buddy.
top of the order. So Triska, what would you like to do?
Can I get within 5 feet of him, perhaps?
I think so.
Possibly.
5, 10, 15, 20.
That's rock
You can move. You can probably occupy this square over here. So yes,
Okay.
30 feet for sure.
All right. I am going to do multi-attack of 2 claw attacks.
Okay.
We're going for it. We're going to try. That's what we're going to do.
All right.
I'm getting the claws out.
Very good.
My dearly beloved here. That is 24.
That hits.
I just imagine she looks like the bride from Haunted Mansion that kills all her husbands.
She's my favorite. Constance. 15.
Constance.
15 points of damage.
Oh, no, I meant that was my second. Does 15 hit?
A 15 just misses.
Okay, so just
you
damage
can reroll
for
if you want to
Yeah,
reroll.
you've got
It's up to
4
you.
rerolls.
Ooh, okay. Let's do a reroll for that then.
Mhm.
That is a... Oh, no, that's a 14.
Mm-hmm.
So that's...
It would cost you 2 coins to reroll that.
Let's just do it. Let's just roll some damage. Let's try. We might
Go
as
big or
well.
go home.
Thank you. We're using
Mhm.
a luckier one. And that is 17.
16 is what you needed to hit, so you hit both
Yay!
times.
Thank you. I forgive
All
you.
right.
Okay, so we get extra for melee,
Extra
right?
2d6. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're doing 2d8 plus 3 twice. So 6. 2, so that's 8. So that's 11 for the first one.
Mm-hmm.
And then 2d6. So 11, 4, and 3. So 18 for the first attack.
Okay.
And then the second one, 1d8 is 3. Plus 3 slashing damage. So 9. And then 2d6. 4. And 1. So 14 for that one.
All right. So you descend upon Gulfius, and with a fury rent and bound of years of frustration and resentment,
Wow.
you tear into his sallow, pale flesh and rip his withered heart from his rib cage and crush it
I
in
don't
your
know why
hands.
it's so mad.
You sink your jagged fangs into Gulfius's heart and absorb the power of your master into yourself. Gulfius, is
Is that like a scary thing to watch?
defeated.
I actually think it's kind of hot.
I'm so into it.
It's pretty attractive, not gonna lie.
Ew.
Not at
Am
all.
I the odd man out? But that was terrifying.
I'm pretty much in a constant state of fear.
Yes.
I mean, I eat flesh all the time, so I think it's pretty hot.
Did you eat him?
She ate his heart.
Yeah.
She ripped out his heart and ate it.
Yeah.
Well, she sucked the life force from it or something. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe you just drank it. For
No.
you to decide, you just fucking ate it.
I ate his heart.
Like it was a whole onion.
Can I eat his remaining flesh?
You could if a Chardalern were not enraged at this point.
Robert, don't eat that.
You
It's been on the ground.
have defeated my most favored high priest, the only one who knew where my phylactery was.
You're what?
The only one whom I could count upon
Toilet.
to shepherd my way and pave the path in this new world. Swear fealty to me or face my vengeance.
Sounds really codependent.
Yeah, I would, but my knees, I'm getting up there in the years. It's hard kneeling like that. It's a hard pass for me.
All right, what are you doing? He has
Christina's got something.
roared this.
Okay. So here's the thing.
I'm ready.
If you're gonna recreate a world, you want to create it to be better than it was, right? Like that. I'm using charm person. Like, you want this to be a better world. And I'm sorry, but a person who their only mission is like enslaving people and controlling them, that's not really someone you want to model your new world after. Like, you have to think bigger and better. And I think that the fact that we're still here and we're still standing, everything happens for a reason. So there's like got to be some reason that we're standing here in front of you and that we're having this conversation. So maybe it's meant for you to help us fashion a new world. Maybe we're the people that you're supposed to be working with. And we won't be hateful and try to like control and kill everything.
So you can attempt to use this charm person spell that you're normally the Draco Lich is not affected by charm spells, immune to charm. But if you use your hero's favor and it works, then I will let it work.
Okay.
I use my hero's favor to make a giant Tarrasque. It's very sexy.
Alright. Oh, okay. Remind me what I need to do for hero's favor.
Roll 2 d8s.
2d10.
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 Add them together with your proficiency modifier +3.
Whew.
You got this. It's a different song.
I know that. I don't know the rest of the words for it.
Wait, plus my what now? Okay, so
Proficiency bonus.
So roll those, add them together, and add 3.
Let's use the board. Oh, okay. Alright, that's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Ooh.
17. All right.
That's a
So
success.
with a 17,
No
7,
caveat
16
there.
to 19 is success. You did it. The tides of fate are with you. All right.
Oh my gosh, fucking diplomacy, bro.
So, what is
I was really shocked
what
that
is the
that's
course
working.
of action or the kernel of truth which you are trying to embed in this charm?
I mean, pretty much, like, she's got the rod of 7 parts, and we need to find a way to find the other part that's obviously somewhere here. But we need him on our side and not ready to kill us and take over, so I'm just hoping.
Well, so you know, in terms of the rod, you can see that Gulthius is the one, because remember you were like, is there somebody who has it that you know? You can tell that it's hanging from his belt, right? He's got the other piece, so you know where that is.
Well, while you're talking, I could just slip it on my rod.
And then it's like a whole like Highlander moment where it's like you see like the fusing of it, and it's like, see, I told you should be working with us. Like we're already ahead of the game, bro.
Mm-hmm. All right, so he considers for a moment, given the cheekiness of your suggestion, and then he says, Yes, it is agreed. I shall remake the world, and together we shall fix it in place.
I mean,
And-
I think it's more of a we thing than an I thing.
This is great.
How?
You said we should work together.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I mean, it's just verbiage. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. So the way that you initially said it, I just wanted to make sure we're on the same page, that it's a we thing, not an I thing.
Yes, I shall remake the world and you shall fix it in place, and together we will join our forces in a new grand scheme where dragonkind rules and you shall rule at my side.
I mean, I don't see anything wrong with this.
I kind of do.
I mean, well, how about this? For right now, you go take a nap, and we still have, like, another part of our mission. So, like...
Yeah, we'll circle back.
Yeah, like, we'll come back.
We gotta find that other pieces of rod.
Because otherwise, you can never be a ruler if we don't find the other piece. So we've got to go on this mission. But I really don't want you to wear yourself out. So, like, I think you should, like, rest while we carry on.
You need your beauty sleep. 'Cause you're
I
so
cannot sleep when
beautiful.
there is work to do. I shall begin reforming the chaos. We shall meet at the beginning of a new dawn.
Okay,
I will see
cool.
you when your work is done and when my work is complete. I will see you next week. Same time, same channel.
Wait, hold on. He said that? Wow.
Way to plug it.
I'm amazed he knows what a channel is.
It's
Right?
weird. Yeah. Oh, he's a Twitch partner. Come on.
I'm amazed he knows what a next week is, considering the Primordium does not have a time.
Time moving
does not
backwards.
exist.
All right.
You know.
So you bid a hasty retreat out of the eruption of the of Mount Hopono, the grand volcano
I
here.
want to put an egg in the lava.
You
What did you do? It happened in my dream. I want to do it.
you see that Marcus Coyle and Hoog have somehow loaded the ship up with dragon eggs. There's literally like a dozen of them on the
Fly up
deck.
to the
sure
top,
this
pick
could-
one, and kick it in.
This is dragon eggs!
Kick them all.
Okay.
I don't care.
So you
Kick them.
you kick one in, and as it,
Alton does?
I don't know who's doing it.
Oh, he's a
I
kicker.
thought you
I-
wanted
I
to
said-
do this.
Yeah, you want just push it in or something. We'll fly over. You push it.
Okay.
It.
You push it in, and as you do that, it descends down into the fuming funnel of Mount Hopono as it kind of as slag and smoke and noxious ash comes roiling in up over the lip of the caldera, and it disappears for a moment into this bubbling chaos of smoke. And then suddenly you see this kind of like burst of flame, right? And you see a golden ring of fire come rising up out of the caldera. And just for a moment, it looks like a crown of yellow flame. And then you realize it is a crown of yellow flame. As it rises up out of the smoke, you see the crown is attached to the giant brow of a Chardalong who flaps his golden skeletal wings up out of the volcano, clutching the egg that you have thrown down. And he streaks up past the ship, and Aristi's breath rocks back and forth, and he does a graceful spiral up around into the sky above the mountain, and suddenly all of the gas begins converging on you, and chunks of rock come flying in from outside. And Marcus says, "We can't wait any longer," and Hoog kicks the ship into gear, and you begin to speed off, and you see a Chardalon arch up and then dive straight down into the core of the Primordium, and there is this sudden shock as he dives into the heart of the Chaos God's fire at the center of the Primordium. And it pulses bright purple just for a moment. And then slowly it begins to get consumed by tongues of red and orange fire.
What the fuck?
Not a proudest moment.
What the fuck? What was that? Oh, God.
Hey, you speed off into the depths of the Primordium as the
Well, that solves that problem.
collapses back together into one solid mountain.
I'm sorry about all your straw people.
Really should be.
All your best friends.
They were all I had.
What?
Yeah, you
Until
have us
now.
Yeah.
Until now. Thank you.
Hey everyone, this has been the Ironkeep Chronicles. Thank you so much for joining us. Thanks to everyone who donated this evening. We really unlocked some super fun things. The vampire little sub-thread was totally something that was
What a plot twist.
Inspired
That
by
was
chat.
nuts.
That was so cool. I got so excited.
I was like, oh,
Yeah.
this could turn into a really terrible PvP moment, or it could be amazing. And I think it turned out for the amazing. So amen for that. One Unique Beast sends Havana rerolls, so you have that for next
Thank you.
week.
You want a new piece?
Hey everyone, a big round of applause for Mr. Eric Reichert.
Hi. If you're going to be in the Denver area, starting tomorrow is the convention Genghis Khan in Denver. And a bunch of us are going to be there, so you can hang out with us, play games with us, or watch our live the live show that Jordan Caves Callerman is running of what are we calling this? They don't tell me. I just got my character.
Doing so well.
I just got my character sheet in game while we were playing, and he's like, it's a lot. So apparently I'm overpowered. So I don't know. I have no idea.
Thank you, Squish Me. Very good. Yes, you join us at Genghis Khan. Well, not me. I won't be there, but join us at Genghis Khan this weekend. Big ups to Havana Mahoney.
Hello. Yes. You can find me 5 days a week, hypothetically, over on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Vanna. That's VANA. Or you can figure out when the schedule actually is on my Twitter, Havanarama, HAVANARAMA. And things I have coming up include...
Are you going to be at
nothing.
Genghis Khan this weekend?
No,
No.
I am not.
Okay.
We don't have room in the
that's all I
hotel
got.
for anyone else.
How was your Valentine's Day hang? Was that fun? Oh no. Well, I brought up the wrong thing there, didn't I? Hello, welcome to Stepping in It with Tom Lamo.
On today's show, can I fit my whole foot in my mouth?
Darn.
It's not a good day.
That's no fun.
So yeah, that's
All
I've
right.
got something.
What are you-
I've
what
got
are-
a lot
what
of
are you
things
playing
coming
this
up,
weekend?
So I can't talk about. What?
What are you playing this weekend? Anything? You can't talk about that either?
No, I just don't know. I just sort
okay.
of day of. I'm like, I feel like playing a game where I'm like a cat who knocks things off shelves. That
Cat
sounds
lateral
fun.
damage.
Yeah,
That's
very
okay.
good.
Oh, wow. Well played.
You wake up like that, and you sit up in bed and you go, Skyrim, Breath of the Wild.
Oh.
I don't want to stream. I'm so sad.
That is relatable.
Very good.
So yeah.
Awesome. Let's hear it for Christina Ariel, everyone.
Hi. You can find me, talking about how to write the world and calling people out on their bullshit 24/7 on Twitter. That's a real fact. Yeah,
And it's very fun. And educational.
It is. I am the queen of Lay Clapback. So if you would, you can find me at Christina Ariel, and that's KRYSTINAARIELLE. And yeah, that's what I do. And also I host a show on Nerdbot Media on Monday nights on Facebook.com/NerdBotMedia called Nerd Talk Live. And you can watch me, and we have really cool guests. And I also correct people on their bullshit on that show too. It's kind of my thing. So yeah, watch that. And I've got some really cool announcements coming up soon. So, prep yourself for that shit.
Oh, it got flirty.
Was that a suggestive wink? Was it fun? Was it freaky? You don't know.
One way to find out.
Yeah, follow my shit.
Christina.
Hey everybody, how about a big round of applause for our special guest just killing it tonight, Negorix!
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so
This
much
is
for
much
coming
fun.
in. Yeah, I'm glad you had a good time. I was like, well, let's see where it goes. So.
The twist.
And it went. Oh, did it go? The places it went. If you guys don't know me, my name is Negorix. I'm a variety streamer. I stream 5 days a week on twitch.tv/Negorix, Negaorix. This upcoming week, you can catch me prepping for Twitch Rivals because I'm competing, playing Stardew Valley competitively for money, hard-earned money on the interwebs on Tuesday. So come cheer me on Tuesday. I'm competing with an amazing team, and I will be streaming so much Stardew Valley between now and then to practice, training Rocky style, you know, as one does.
So I have a theory about Stardew Valley, which is the entire basis of the game is that your grandfather's ghost is completely gaslighting you the entire time. Like, you start the game, you're working in an office, everything's 9 to 5, hunky-dory,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden it turns into all this work. Come work on the farm, and the next thing you know, you're building statues to Cthulhu in the backyard. Like, that's my theory of Stardew Valley.
You know what's crazy is Amy Vorpal and I actually started writing a Stardew Valley miniseries where the whole like backstory is that the like single women in the town are all in a fucking coven, and there's all this huge dark background because if you really play the game and get into like the lore, there's so much fucked up shit in the background.
Super
and
bizarre.
so I found we found all these little tags on everything, and we just pulled it into this like seedy underbelly that's trying to bring down the coven, that's trying to save the town and rejuvenate the environment, and
Yeah.
I feel
so
that way about Little Dragons Cafe.
I don't know what that is.
Go play it. You'll love your life.
Yes?
Yes.
It sounds like a JRPG. Is it a JRPG?
There's 2 characters. There's a brother and the sister, and no matter who you choose to lead as your main, the brother's the only one that talks.
Love
but
it.
No, it's great. But all of a sudden the mother falls ill, and you find out she's like turning into a dragon.
Oh, I'm here for it. What
It's
can I get
amazing.
it on?
It's on Switch and PlayStation.
Yup, gonna get it.
Little Dragon Cafe.
Okay,
It
sign
is.
off. I gotta go play it.
Hey everyone, let's have a big round of applause for Mr. Dom Zook, the man behind the cameras and the keyboards.
Beard man.
Thanks to him. Speaking of people behind the keyboards, big shout out to our moderators who help keep the channel safe, friendly, clean, and accessible. A special note, thanks to our clip master extraordinaire, Mr. DJ Regular. I don't know if they're all clips already, but you can head over to our Discord channel and see all of the masterful work that he does, taking every single one of our shows and pulling out the juiciest bits. Specifically so that Megan Caves can turn them into gifts.
They're the
Somebody
ultimate
hit me with a
team.
link
But also for your
to the
enjoyment.
Discord.
Yeah.
So
So
send me an invite to the Discord. I'd like
Yeah,
to be
you gotta
a,
get
be
it
a
on the
friend.
Discord.
exclamation point Discord
Then
in
you
our
can
chat.
Add the gifts to your clapbacks.
I actually have been. There's one. Thank you, Megan. That thing is it's like the little eyebrow raise is the shiznai. Also, the walrus. They gift the walrus thing, which is my crowning glory.
Oh my god.
That one of the tooth fell out of your face.
Big thanks to everyone who subbed up, who donated, who hosted us, who rated us, etc., etc., etc. We really appreciate all of your support, whether that comes in the form of monetary contributions or just a form of moral support or just being a fan of the show, spreading the word on social media. It is through your undying efforts that we are able to bring you this fine entertainment that you enjoyed this evening. I certainly hope you enjoyed it. I had a great time. Yeah, so next week is the season finale of the Ironkeep Chronicles. Let's see if they find the final piece of the Rod of Seven Parts and what sort of hijinks Shardlon is up to remaking the universe. I don't know.
I think he just perished in the God's fire, so
yeah,
we
I
don't
think
need to
we-
worry
Yeah,
about
Safe enough to
he's
say.
dead. He's fine, right?
Don't have to.
Dom, is Wildcards going to be on Friday, or are you all at the con?
We're all at the con.
All right, so, hey, follow us on Twitter, and you can check in on what's going on with Genghis Khan this weekend.
I'll be live on Friday. Come hang out with me.
Very good. You're just going to have to follow along, because I'm not going to explain it. Until next time, let's dungeon!
There we go.
Now hear ye, oh you rascals, with your bellies full of pie, and listen to this tale of old where the heroes won't be high.
Hey, he's a master of concealment and an adept at disguise.
Which heroes is when he seeks faster, husband wants to lie.
He's slain many a villain, be a dragon, buff or wizard. He's looted chests of all the best of treasures he could find. He's the undefeated champion of adventure, war and passion.
And he sings his song as he goes along with a fiddle and a pie. The grass is green, the air is clean, a sweet lass by my side.